I think we're live.
Are we live,
Are we
man?
live? Are we live, locked and loaded? I think so.
I just refreshed the page.
Yeah, I
Oh,
definitely,
there we
definitely,
go. Yep.
yeah,
We
definitely.
not
All right.
live, man.
What's up, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another PE podcast, right? Number 68, and we're completely on time here today. So no, we're not. We're a little late, but that's okay. We got a good podcast for you guys. Probably gonna go for about an hour or so, a little bit more than that, maybe. We got some good topics. Got some great individuals here. Nice four squared here, so it's nice and even for you guys. No one big blurry baron in the center or something like that, or
Oh,
anything.
shit.
So it should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. But I will introduce my guest. Above me is Baron. Baron, how you doing today, my boy?
Doing good. It was, feeling good. Been playing the game of the year nonstop. Had a good direct, even though we got curry on rice. But
So that means you've been playing Astral Chain early. You've been
yeah,
playing
Astral
a lot?
Chain.
Sorry, I
Astral
completely messed
Chain.
that joke up. I was about to say Death Stranding. My bad. I completely botched that joke. I was about to say Death Stranding early. That's what I meant to say. Death Stranding early. Yeah, I messed it up. I messed up the joke though. But that's what I was going to say. It was supposed to be funny. All right. Next up is VC. VC, how you doing today, my man?
I'm doing pretty good. Just dropped an Oninaki review, which I'm very glad you retweeted it. Thanks for that. It means a lot. And I dropped a video, Are You Okay, about Terry Bogard. Definitely gonna talk about that a little bit later too. But
Oh yeah,
it's been pretty
absolutely.
good. Definitely been pretty good.
Okay. And right below him, or right next to me, depending on how you see it, is Jordan French. How you doing today, Jordan?
Me?
Almost
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Hi, I'm
Good.
Jordan Fringe.
You want to show
I'm
everybody?
really happy right now.
You want to show everybody what was kind of going down on your channel this today?
Yeah,
Something kind
I
of
put
cool.
up probably the sickest. I know a lot of people are like, I don't give a crap about Pokemon cards, but the sickest Pokemon card opening ever. Because I pulled a lot of other good cards, but the main theme is this card right here, which at minimum right now is going for about $450. Pretty stoked about that. So check it out if you like Pokemon cards. If not, go eat some curry on rice. I don't know.
We're definitely
That
gonna eat
is a
some curry on
really
rice.
nice card, though.
Yeah, that is a
Dude,
super. That is a
I'm
super nice
freaking
card.
out, man. I literally, if you watch, I think I have the craziest reaction. I literally like hyperventilate, have a heart attack. Go watch the video. It's worth the reaction alone.
Yeah, shout outs.
But not right now. Watch the podcast. Go watch the video later.
Yeah, just open up another tab and definitely put on your to watch later list. But I mean, YouTube's been doing all sorts of crazy stuff lately. I'm pretty sure you guys have all seen it with the algorithm and the homepage and the live streaming. Oh my gosh, there's so much crap popping up. It's just nuts even keeping track of everything going on with YouTube. Like I got like a new even like live streaming now page, on YouTube, which was like beta or something, like where you can go into like a whole separate thing. It's nuts. YouTube is going crazy, and then like they have to pay like 170 million to like. You guys hear about that with YouTube?
170 million for what?
For like incorrect use of user data. So like
Oh,
you can't
snap.
have
It's
to.
mainly related to the kids. It's
Yeah,
certain
kids.
rule
There.
that applies to kid related content and directly like capturing that data and what you're putting in front of them in terms of videos. Now, I got a lot of messages about that because I do Pokemon stuff, right? And the kind of the Pokemon community, we're all talking together and trying to figure out like, is this going to affect us? Is it not? It could accidentally affect us, and what by that means like it's maybe no monetization, maybe no comments are allowed on the videos or stuff like that. Stuff like we've seen before is going to come. We have 4 months, right, to change it. I think that this is going to be more of the predatory type of stuff. Like it's going to go for like a Jake Paul who spends 60 to 80% of his video promoting stuff to his audience who is presumably younger. Like, hey, buy my shirts, buy my necklaces, buy this, buy that, check out my sites. Stuff that has to apply to rules that like a TV station would. Like you can't have that much promotion in a video, which this is an issue that got talked about like a year ago as well. Or like creepy people online or things that shouldn't be. But I think they're going to be differentiating kid content and family friendly content. I think family friendly is going to be fine because it's for everyone, where specifically kid oriented content is going to be the target. I do think family friendly content may accidentally be affected by this, but I don't think it's something that like that has to be worried about. So I don't think it's that big of a deal in terms of anyone who's doing stuff, because this could affect gaming, people who stream Minecraft. It could affect all that kind of stuff as well. But we don't know all the details yet, aside from their statements that they've made, which aren't really 100% clear, because that's YouTube. They just kind of say, "Hey, we're doing something. What are you doing?" I don't know. You'll see.
Yeah, that's definitely YouTube.
Yeah.
But all right, thanks for giving us the breakdown on that. Now I know a little bit more about it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into some of these topics here, guys. We had a little thing called a Nintendo Direct that went down. Did any of you guys hear about that?
A little thing like that.
What's that?
This little thing called Nintendo Direct that went down, and very mixed opinions on the Nintendo Direct when it comes down to it. I guess I can give my opinion real first. And just kind of say I liked it overall. I thought it was great. It spoke to. I made the reference in. I made an analogy about a Rice Krispies treat. You see these Rice Krispies treats? You guys see these right here, right? So on these Rice Krispies treats, are these the best
Not
snack
healthy
out there?
for you.
They're not
No.
the best snack, but these ones you can write something on it, and it makes it that more heartfelt. And that's kind of how I felt that it was personalized for myself. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Xenoblade Chronicles Remake. I mean, Trials of Mana, more information, more new footage on that. Like it just spoke to me. Super Smash Brothers, great Super Smash Brothers content in there, and then the announcement of more DLC characters. That might have been the biggest thing here, was that. And then the story with Sakurai talking about how freaking Toby. Did you guys hear about what happened with Sakurai?
That was a funny story.
Oh my gosh, dude, with Sans and Super Smash Brothers. And this dude, Toby Fox, flew to Sakurai's house. And Sakurai picked Toby Fox up. This is the creator of Undertale. Picked him up. And then Toby Fox said that Sakurai has a car that's like the freaking Batmobile. Dude, like, and he said that they didn't have an interpreter. At first I was like, okay, well, he must have had an interpreter there. No, Toby Fox was speaking his broken Japanese. That's what he said. No interpreter. These guys are talking in broken Japanese to each other about how Sans is going to be in Super Smash Brothers. Freaking amazing in Sakurai's stories, and like him having the team sit right there and laugh and make jokes. I thought it was fantastic. Like the whole presentation, because that was afterwards, but the whole presentation itself was great. And the introduction
I didn't watch
to
Smash stuff afterwards.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
Oh,
okay.
No,
you can't.
Once the
forget
direct
how,
ended, I was like, I don't play Smash. I don't need to hear this. And then all of a sudden, the internet was like, Sans, and I was like, is this a joke? Nope.
Yeah.
Apparently
A
not.
lot of people probably dipped out, but it was really good watching all that and seeing Sakurai promote Banjo-Kazooie on the Xbox One.
Yeah. You know what the funny thing is that I thought people were going to dip too, but on my stream, people actually stayed. Like we had like 600.
Well,
700
your audience,
viewers.
though, your audience,
Yeah,
I think,
my audience
is totally into that. And plus, majority of Nintendo fans probably are anyway.
Yeah, well, because the audience on Twitch, because because YouTube was jacking up, YouTube was buffering, so I went over to Twitch. But it seems like even like the audience on Twitch stuck around like after the stream, so it didn't seem like many people left. Even after that, just to hear Sakurai, talk. Because to be honest, man, like the presentations that he does are cool, but I like those little things like where he's sitting there, like with the development team that's right there, and they're like laughing at jokes. Like I somehow, I don't know, I think I like that more than the normal like direct presentations that he used to do that were all organized and everything. I kind of like, and it takes him less time to do stuff like that. So I personally like that a lot. But I want to move over to Baron, or maybe we do Baron last. I want to move over to Jordan. Let's start with Jordan, then we'll go to VC, and then we'll go to Baron. Jordan, what was your thoughts on the Nintendo Direct? What were your highlights, your lowlights? What did you overall, or your grade too? Also, I guess for me, if I gave it an 8 out of 10, so I gave it a B. So yeah,
This is the single-handedly the most crazy standard direct we've had yet. It's a very decent direct. It's not the most amazing, and it's not bad. I don't think we've had like a bad direct where we're leaving like, oh, that sucked. Like there's a good amount of announcements in here, good amount of stuff, some weird surprises. Like this is probably the weirdest direct.
oh yeah.
Like Star Wars, Jedi Knight 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jedi Outcast. Okay, sure.
Deadly Promotion or whatever, like 2.
Yeah, Deadly
Yeah,
Premonition
Premonition.
one
Premonition.
won a sequel, a brand new sequel to it.
Yeah.
And then
Exclusive to
Origins.
Switch, too.
Shadow
Right,
Drop.
which is weird. It's a cult game that a lot of people don't like, but if you like it, it's like one of those like kind of bad games that you just enjoy, right? Which I think is,
of course, Sean Long was like, "Oh my god, this is the best."
yeah, of course he was, because
Yeah.
he's the trash man. No, I'm glad they started off with Overwatch to get that out of the way, because it was the worst kept secret. They're like, yeah, Overwatch, all right, cool, it's coming, all right. What was coming out the day after? What was scheduled for the 16th? What was the game?
Little Town
What was the
Hero.
director? Was it Little Town Hero?
Little Town Hero,
So we
yeah.
got that. That was cool. I
I'm
think
shocked.
everyone's kind of getting the same vibes from that. That's going to be a small game.
Yeah, it's
Right.
$24.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, like last year we didn't know about it, we thought it was like a full thing. Like, oh wow, they're making a whole new. No, it was like, no, we're just making a little game. I'm surprised it took so long to hear about such a little game, but I guess that's what happens when you're too busy making 1,000 Pokemon. Oh wait, oops. Anyway,
We have
no,
100 Kirby's though in the Kirby decks.
Oh, we dude. Speaking of Kirby, a free to start Kirby game.
Oh, Kirby too. Yeah, that game. I've been
Can't
playing
wait
that.
to-
That game's been great.
Yeah, can't wait to not play that.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
I
I'll
mean-
be honest.
I mean, I'm sure it is, but I don't want to keep buying into those kind of mechanics in games. I don't want to keep supporting them because I don't like them. Yeah, I mean, like, there's nothing I can really take away from the direct and go, wow, that was insane. But
Xeno.
okay, well, personally, I'm not a big Xenoblade. I get it. I get the fans. I get the hype. Dope. Happy for all you guys who get that game. It looks great. I saw the comparisons you were putting on Twitter. Like, that's a good HD, conversion. Like they're going in on making it really like anime looking rather than jaggedy video game looking from 2012. So they did a good job on that. Other than that, again, it's a very middle of the road direct. I couldn't say there's anything I was like, bro, like there's nothing that like got me hyped. There was no like crazy new like Mario game that they teased at the end. Like they just kind of ended it and went over to Smash. They ended it with Xeno, right, which is great for a lot of people. But then they're just kind of like, all right, no secret last reveal. Moving on to Smash. I saw like a mile down the road that we were gonna get more Smash characters because like I think it was part of their plan about halfway through. I think they were going to stick with 5. Then they saw the internet's cry for so many characters. And I guarantee a bunch of these companies were hitting up Nintendo like, come on, we can work something out. So Nintendo was like, you know what? Fans want more characters. We can make more money, keep this game alive. Sakurai, get back to work. We got more characters to make. And he's like, cool. So I think we're just going to keep having Smash characters until the Switch dies at this point. And we're just going to keep making new characters every couple months. So yeah, I was cool. I'm glad for people who like that. I'm curious now because now everyone's worries of like, oh, who's going to be the last slot now? Who's going to be the last slot? We don't know. There's one more left. Now it's fair game. Now there's no waiting. It could be anyone.
Yeah.
It crashed. Sure, that could be a slot because we don't know how many more slots there are. So
Yeah.
there you go. It
anybody.
could be Doom Guy. It could be Halo
who's your
Master Chief. It could be.
Who's your prediction for the last character?
I could give two.
Just
Crash.
give a
It's
prediction,
probably-
damn it.
I don't know. It's probably not, but I would like to see Crash Bandicoot get his representation already.
All right, Crash.
Stop giving me that look, you ugly motherfucker.
Who, me?
No. You're Baron over there.
Oh,
Give me
okay.
the-
I was like, what did I do? I was just looking
No,
over
no.
at the chat.
Baron's
I'm just holding it in. I'm just holding it in right now.
Okay. Well, we'll move to VC. And Jordan, your final grade, if you guess letter grade or number grade.
Just a solid 7.
Okay, 7 out of 10. All right, VC.
Personally, there's a lot of different things I liked. Luigi's Mansion 3, it's going to be a very good game. Like,
Yes,
it
it
looks really good too. And that new multiplayer mode, I don't know how often I'm going to find 8 people I'm going to play with at one time.
Yeah,
But it
probably.
looks like it'd be a great time if I had the opportunity to. Then there's, of course, Link's Awakening, Tokyo Mirage Sessions being announced. I'm still shocked that happened because I was expecting Xenoblade Chronicles X the whole time. I'm like, they're going to bring that back or Pikmin 3. It's one of those.
Oh, it's
and
coming.
It's Tokyo Mirage Sessions. And it's like,
Mirage Sessions, dude.
awesome, but how?
Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
With Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah.
Bro, how many Fire Emblem related games are going to be on the Switch? It's like there's a drought of Fire
Hey.
Emblem, and all of a sudden the Switch comes out. It's like you get a Fire Emblem this year, you get another one next year, and the year after, some more Fire Emblem for you.
Tokyo
Even
Mirage
Xenoblade
Sessions
too.
is such a non-Fire Emblem game. That's the point. Like they
Yeah.
have the characters,
But they throw in Crom
It's
and
Atlas
whoever else
more
in
so.
there.
it's really not it's a Shin Megami Tensei game with some light, and I mean light Fire
Like a
Emblem
couple
themes.
characters are in
yeah,
the
a
game,
couple, a few characters, and like it's not, it doesn't remind me of Fire Emblem at all. Really, it reminds me of it's like, hey, let's make a Shin Megami Tensei game and let's jack some light elements from Fire Emblem. But no, it is cool to have like they have like Master Seals, they do have Fire Emblem stuff, like they have a weapon triangle in the game, like they do have some Fire Emblem stuff in there, so I can't hate on it too much in terms of like, if you like Fire Emblem you might like this game, but it's like a Persona or Shin Megami Tensei game. That's what it's more like. So anyway, I got
also
carried away
from
there
the
talking about it.
It's all good. Don't worry. It's your podcast. Super Kirby Clash. I'm also not a fan of the way the microtransactions are, Jordan. But the game as a whole, I had fun playing it. I reached a couple bosses and it was fun. It was a good game. I played for like an hour, but like I don't know if I'm gonna go back and play it often. Me and Gunslinger in the chat were talking earlier about playing later, but Pokemon Sword and Shield, they keep showing us like 1 or 2 Pokemon at a time, and that just keeps annoying me. It just keeps making me think there's gonna be only like 70 new Pokemon, and it's like, great, we're only gonna have half of them anyway. Then Doom 64, awesome. It was already leaked beforehand that it was coming. It was already trademarked, but I'm happy that's coming back because I had a copy, I lost it, so that is what I'm hyped for. Dragon Quest 11S and Daemon X Machina. I'm gonna try the demo, OJ. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it another go. But I've already heard a lot of people on Twitter talk bad about the new demo. So it's like, bruh, why am I unable to escape the hate for Daemon X Machina? Like Arlo said, it's almost meant to fail. Like, makes no sense. But I don't know.
Can I just say one thing before Baron
I didn't hear any hate about
this?
that.
I just want to say, here comes the hate. Yeah, there's not one game I can think this year that I don't want to play more. Like, I don't want to touch at all. Yeah, more than Luigi's Mansion 3.
Oh.
You don't want to play Luigi's Mansion?
Wow, that's crazy.
Bro, that game looks boring as hell, man.
Oh man.
It really does.
I've not been a fan of the series from the GameCube. I
The
skipped
GameCube one
the
is the
3DS
only
one.
good one, though. Let's just get that across
Like,
right now.
like they just like it's too slow of gameplay. It's not my type. I'm not into it. That's cool. Have fun with it. I'm cool as multiplayer. Looks boring. I'm not in. I'm out.
Understandable.
I felt the same
I'm not
way,
interested in
but
Trials of Mana.
I'm actually
personally.
pretty surprised.
Neither am I. I have no interest in Trials of Mana, but I'm happy for OJ.
Of course,
Dude, Trials
like,
of Mana is freaking
deserves to be
amazing.
here.
That game's
I
amazing.
think the graphics look great. They did a good job making it, remastering it or remaking it or whatever.
If you play the original on the Super Nintendo, that game still holds up today, and then the remaster is even just taking it to the next level. But it's a very faithful remaster, but it's just 3D. That's all they've done is shift it. But all the mechanics and everything that they had in there, which made the original really good, they put that in the remake. Trials of Mana, it's an amazing remake, especially considered what we got with the Secret of Mana remake. Like that's really bad compared to Trials of Mana, and of course Square Enix and what they're doing with Final Fantasy VII remake and Xenoblade remake. So
someone said in the chat they're not a fan of Luigi's Mansion as well. However, they did like the Nintendo Land Luigi's Mansion game, and I'll agree. That game was fucking awesome. Excuse my language, but yes, that game is so. Nintendo Land has
Nintendo Land's underrated.
Nintendo Land has some good games.
Can we get Nintendo Land 2, please?
It looks.
Oh no, we getting Switch Fit.
Switch a hoop.
I don't know what the heck that thing is. I guess we can talk about that towards the end too. All right, so let's go ahead and Baron actually VC letter grade or number grade, whatever you.
Well, just a few things. Hype for Star Wars. Smash Brothers is great. Xenoblade's great. Not a huge fan of Animal Crossing, but it does look really good. I'll give the whole thing an 8 out of 10 if I were to give it a rating. That's definitely a solid direct, but my personal favorites are Spring 2018 and Spring 2019. Best directs hands down.
Spring 2018. That was when they revealed Smash Brothers for the first time, right? Okay.
Yep, and there's a lot of other stuff there too. Just overall high quality direct.
Okay.
All right, Baron, go. Let out the pistol. Let him out.
Hey man, I'm more relaxed today.
Yo, I wish I had popcorn right now.
I was really happy to see Overwatch confirmed. Not for the fact that I'm actually going to buy Overwatch. I might consider it. I played too much of Paladins to jump shit to Overwatch now, so I don't think it's going to happen. Plus, I don't even know what they're going to price it.
Scared?
It's $40 with 3 months of Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah, because Paladins is free, and then of course I got to pay to play Overwatch. So that's a big difference.
You can pay to play Paladins if you get the Founders version.
Oh yeah, I paid for Paladins so I can get.
No, my shit was free. I ain't doing that. But I was glad to see it because it was another one of those games that I was told that can't run on Switch. So it was really funny to see it, and it looked really good. I mean, it looked really, really good. So that was good to see that.
There's also no physical. Like you get a case.
Yeah. There's no. It's a physical in Japan though.
Really?
Yeah, I seen that article. It's a physical.
Yeah.
So they get an actual cart. We just get a box.
I don't understand why that is.
Because
I don't
they
get
know
it.
nobody's gonna buy the game, so the shipment is gonna be basically 10 copies. That's the reason why.
And that's the only like amount of copies they're even gonna make.
Yeah, that's like they're gonna get unless they got a direct deal with Nintendo, they probably didn't have to order a certain amount, so they can just say, hey, just get this small amount. Maybe they didn't have to adhere to whatever standard price or bulk that you have to buy if you're gonna do a physical edition in Japan, and so then they just probably bought the carts exactly like a certain amount. There's not gonna be nobody's gonna buy that game in Japan when it launches.
I kind of figured they probably wouldn't.
Yeah,
Buy that, but I just thought that was a weird decision. Like, why? But whatever. Anyway, but yeah.
Just real quick, it's the same reason why games like Final Fantasy Maxima, right? That game gets a physical edition in Japan, doesn't get a physical edition here. Final Fantasy 10/10-2, physical edition with both games on one cart in Japan. Here, not so much. We got to produce more. We got to pay more for them. So yeah, that's the reason why. Basically, being cheap. At the end of the day.
You think after Diablo 3 they wouldn't be so cheap? I even expected an Overwatch Switch to come out sometime by release.
Well, we get a case.
Oh, that's probably why they probably didn't sell enough Switches then back for Diablo 3. If that's the case, they thought, hey, let's cheapen out a little bit just in case it's time.
I mean, you got a case. That's a consolation prize. But yeah, I was happy to see that. Luigi's Mansion 3 looks better every time I see it. I mean, graphically, that game is so clean, so nice. It's pretty amazing.
I'm still not on board with this Gooigi.
It's a weird concept, but I want to play to see how it works out. But the atmosphere, the modes they have in there. Now they got another multiplayer mode. Like VC said, I don't know if you ever go get 8 people on one Switch being played at one time, but it's there, so I can't really say that's a negative. So yeah, I was like, that game looks really good. I think that's going to surprise a lot of people how well that game gets reviewed.
I think it's going to actually sell a lot too. It's going to end up selling way more than any other Luigi's Mansion game.
Of course, it's on Switch. That's the model for Switch. You are going to have your franchise best record on Switch, regardless of what it is. They showed that lame ass Kirby game. I hate Kirby. I don't know why people hate Kirby.
How can you hate Kirby? He's a cute little pink puffball.
You've been playing Astral Chain, and you're almost looking at Kirby every time you get a drink out of the vending machine.
There's like a Kirby like vending machine in there.
But all the vending machines have different personalities. But
yo, that's honestly so awesome in that game, though.
It is. Kirby's just doesn't do it for me. I don't see the appeal for him. It just looks whack. You know what I mean?
When I was a kid, I absolutely loved Kirby games. They were my favorite games outside of like Mario.
Me too. That's how I used to be too.
I probably liked Kirby a little bit more than Mario when I was a kid. Like when I was very
Yeah. How is that possible?
Because Kirby could, because he could. This is like before Mario 3. So it was like in that area, and like I'm still waiting for certain stuff. But Kirby was really cool because you could absorb his power, and like you get a bunch of cool different powers, and it was like action. It was fun. It was like you can fly through the sky without getting the power up. You can kind of like float. It was just cool. As a kid, it's a cool game to play. I thought it was really good.
Dude,
I liked it a lot.
I don't know, man. I don't like Kirby. You don't like Luigi's Mansion. I guess it's just something.
I like Luigi's Mansion.
Well, I'm talking about like Jordan. Yeah, so it's weird. Trials of Mana, I'm actually more interested in that game now. They show me more gameplay. It looks even better than they first showed it.
Yes, definitely looking better.
Yeah, I was like, damn. April 24th. I'm like, okay, it's probably not. That's probably where it's not going to be anything releasing at that time. So I probably will end up playing that game. So,
you know what? This direct confirmed though.
Little Town Hero. That was really interesting. Nobody knew that it was going to come out in October. That was pretty surprising. That was pretty surprising. But
I'm glad I didn't make a bet with you, OJ.
I thought that was 2020 for sure.
I didn't, because like you guys were expecting it to be some type of big game, and I said from the beginning, I don't think this is a huge $60 game.
It's the main Pokemon team making Little Town Hero. You would think it's gonna be a $60 game.
No, but why would you poke the Game Freak? Game Freak has made little games. They've been making little games all the time outside of Pokemon.
That might be true.
They made Hollow Knight. They made Temple the Badass Elephant. They made what's it called? What's that game that it's like a platformer with gravity stuff?
No, they didn't do that.
They did. Yeah, they did.
They did Push Smoke?
somebody in the chat knows what I'm talking about. It was a game that
They didn't do push mode. I think they did that other game.
No, they didn't do push mode, but they did another game. Like I said, it's like it has like gravity elements and it's like a 2D platform with puzzles. And they did that game.
Harmonite?
No, that's not Harmonite. I forgot what the name of the game is, but it released on Switch. Giga Wrecker Alt.
Oh, Giga Wrecker.
They did Giga Wrecker Alt, and
Oh,
none
you
of those.
could've just said the game
Oh,
was a
wait,
drill.
hold on. You can definitely tell this project is bigger than Giga Wrecker.
It is
Way bigger.
I know it is, but
this
it's
is not that small of a project. It's getting a retail release. So.
That's true, but it's $24.99, and the game takes place when they said the game takes place in one town. Obviously, you don't got to render a bunch of towns. It's a smaller project.
Look, OJ. Here we go. You already setting up for the damage control. You see that?
What damage control?
He was slick sliding that in there. You seen that, VC? That was slick. He slid it right in there. You only have to render one town. Yeah, you slid that in, and you think you slick because you know exactly what I'm going. You know exactly what I'm going to.
I caught that too. Don't worry.
I'm talking about price. I'm talking about price and development wise. There's only one town in the game, so obviously it's not going to be very big if there's only one location.
Well, that's because there's clearly too many monsters outside of that one town trying to kill them all. That's clearly the reason.
We've seen
Little Town Hero looked pretty interesting, and one thing that got me about it is that why does Little Town Hero look so much better than Pokemon Sword and Shield?
Exactly.
That just blew my eyes. I couldn't understand that.
I don't know about that now. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
Let me finish because I know we're going to get into it. Let me just finish and then we can get into it. What made it so bad is that they showed Little Town Hero and showed Pokemon immediately after it, and you can definitely tell which game actually took some time on and which game was actually rushed.
Oh my gosh!
Okay,
Baron, that was the most idiotic thing you've ever fucking said in your life.
Idiotic. It takes place in one town.
You can call it idiotic all you want.
There's one town.
This is about. Listen,
I know that's why you slid that in there. I know that's why you slid that in there. Let me finish. Let me finish though. So we go into Pokemon, right? They said we're gonna show y'all 5 new features. I'm like, okay, here we go. Four. Okay, 4. Okay, 4. They want to show you some new features. I'm like, okay, here we go. This is gonna break open the coffin for Pokemon. Everybody's gonna forget about the flat grass. Everybody's gonna forget about the animations. Everybody's gonna forget about they cut the national decks. They go into customization. I'm like, okay, cool. You finally
have it in every game.
You finally brought it up to standard with customization in every game. Then number 2 is like, okay, we can camp with our Pokemon, sleep with our Pokemon, pet our Pokemon, feed. Okay, that's fine. I don't give a damn about doing that, but that's fine. The people like doing that with their Pokemon. I didn't have a problem until we got to number 3. We just seen Game Freak try to sell you a game on curry on rice.
Damn
we got flat grass and you talking about curry on rice.
It's cooking.
We got N64 trees and you talking about curry on rice. You cut Pokemon for curry on rice.
And Alchemy has 16 forms. Why does she have 16 forms? No reason for that. None.
Why are you
so serious?
Why are you so
I really want to know.
Same battle animations, but your priority was curry on rice.
I want to see what his neighbors are hearing right now.
I don't know.
They're just hearing like some guy yelling about.
I'm angry because who thought this should have been a focal point? Who thought this was a good idea?
It was they were having fun with it. Sue them.
No, Sakurai was having fun.
Fix the damn animations of my character running like they produced by the producer of fucking Gumby back in the day. Fix that. Don't give me no damn curry on no damn rice.
Why are you so angry about food? There's been food in so many Japanese games. Why are you so angry about food?
You just tried to sell me Pokemon Sword and Shield with curry on rice.
That's
you made that a focal point. I
just don't understand why you're so angry over food.
I don't think you understand Pokemon's marketing campaign, Baron. I really don't think you understand what they've been showing off the last couple months since people like you have been hazing them. Listen. No, let me say me this way. Listen, It's on purpose. That one, they show off Team Yell because that's what you are. You're the toxic fan base that they're making fun of right now. Second, they knew they put this out there to bait you into being angry about. One of the points was curry on rice. Why do you think the guy said it 17 times? Curry on rice, curry on rice, curry on. Because now you're angry about it. Well, I'm over here going, huh, that was funny. That's the problem. They're making fun of you, and you're falling for it. That's the problem, Baron.
If that's what you believe, Jordan, that's fine. But at the end of the day,
they're having a laugh. They're goofing.
No,
you're getting mad
not
at
the
a
truth.
Pokemon game.
The truth of the matter is that it's a Curry Dex.
But
like, why?
You literally got rid of Pokemon for a Curry Dex.
They didn't get rid of Pokemon for the curry.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, I don't know why
you're killing me.
You're not, dude. Rendering and developing curry is not the same as freaking Pokemon in battle. It's not like let's have curry. Well, let's have Pokemon. Oh, which one?
I don't give a damn about none of that. You would have a valid point if they actually tried in the other areas I laid out. There was no trying in any other area.
No other area. There's no trying at all.
No, we still hopping to battle people.
There's no.
I'm still hopping to attack people.
This is why people don't take you serious, Baron, because you say shit like this and you post on Twitter, what's going to be game of the year? Astral Chain and Gears of War 5.
Hey, Jordan, we understand that you're a Pokemon fan, but ain't nobody was happy about curry on rice.
I'm a bigger Pokemon fan than XPS.
Ain't nobody was happy about curry on rice.
Fan. But anyway, I don't care.
Yeah.
So do I. I have literally every Pokemon thing there is in existence at this point. But let me say,
nice.
I am into the game. I will recognize the downfall. Is it crappy that not all the Pokemon there? 100%. Should the trees look better? Oh, fucking course they should. Absolutely. But am I still going to play the game? Absolutely. Am I going to pick every little thing they do? Am I going to nitpick everything they do and say, oh, they focused on this?
That's nitpicking.
No, yeah, absolutely. They put curry in the game, but they don't have 1,000 Pokemon.
I didn't say 1,000 Pokemon.
They have curry with the trees look like they're from
Pokemon, and we talking about curry decks.
Here's the reason why you're nitpicking on things.
Those things I listed are not nitpicking.
You've been playing video games.
You cannot sit up here and tell me this is the evolution of Pokemon you envisioned in 2019. You can't tell me that.
I didn't.
Facts.
First of all, I didn't think Pokemon was going to be some type of grand Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild thing that you thought. So
I did not say Breath of the Wild.
I already knew it wasn't
literally 11, 10, 12, 15 years ago. This is not the evolution of Pokemon you envisioned.
Agreed.
You cannot tell me this is what you thought you were going to see.
I didn't have anything that I envisioned for Pokemon, to be honest. I really didn't. Whatever they did, because Pokemon is Pokemon. I didn't envision it being some type of grand...
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
When people said
TV timeout.
Huge MMO, I said, I don't care. Whatever they're going to do, they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? I never envisioned some type of grand Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild thing that you and
I'm not saying Breath of the Wild.
Exactly.
I'm not.
Exactly.
I'm sitting up here telling you.
The problem is
everybody that's a fan.
We're all just going to talk over each other.
I know, because we so at odds on this topic.
Don't try to sit here and try to lie.
No.
Barrett, the problem is all the games, every time they've jumped in generations and looked up, we've only had certain small changes and certain integrations and all these different things, right? So when people were like, oh, from Sun and Moon, which if you really look at it, Sun and Moon isn't too incredibly different from the one before and the one before. It's always been small leaps. So everyone was like, wow, we need this incredible, crazy Switch like game we've never seen before. Like it's gonna blow minds and it's gonna be ridiculous. Why would y'all expect doubts on you?
It should. You cannot sit up here and tell me as a fan of any gaming franchise,
of
you
course
have never thought about the evolution of that franchise when it comes. Pokemon is not where it should be.
And look what happened. Now we have full characters. We have full-size regular characters, not little sprites anymore. We have full animated Pokemon, regardless if all the animations are fully done or not. Whatever. We are getting there, and Pokemon is always growing and adapting and getting better and looking better. There's a lot. We don't even know everything that's in the game yet, so we don't know what they've sacrificed, what they've taken.
I'm not going to buy the game. So let's get that out of the way.
All I'm going to say is this. This is why I'm into that, because we'll be here all night.
Yep.
You look at the evolution of every Nintendo franchise from back then to today and look at Pokemon evolution and tell me the glaring differences that you see.
Well, in terms of
Varying differences is that it's been consistently on handhelds, and now they're putting it on a new system, and
Yeah, I
they've
feel
made
like you probably
significant
could've said something
upgrades
better
and
than that
changes.
there.
if you're talking about Pokemon from the Game Boy to Pokemon Sword and Shield, and this obviously Pokemon Sword and Shield is a lot.
That is
more.
you probably kind of just dug yourself in a hole there, Baron.
I mean, if you're talking about the evolution, I mean, look
Listen,
at on the Game Boy.
'cause I understand
I'm
what you mean,
talking
though,
about
though,
compared
but, like,
to any
that
other Nintendo
sentence.
franchise. The way it evolved, the way they brought it up to date, the way they modernized it.
I don't know.
Kirby
Kirby is still the same.
every
He's just more
generation.
HD.
Well, what about
Kirby's
Kirby?
the same. He's just HD
How
now.
about
That's
Kirby?
it. Kirby didn't change at all. He's just HD.
Well,
What do you got to say on that?
I think
okay.
Baron means
stumped
And
you
what
on that
about
one.
Super Smash?
We gonna compare.
Super Smash
Pokemon
Bros.
is one of the biggest franchises, and you gonna compare it to Kirby.
I'm just saying.
You said every Nintendo franchise.
You don't even like Kirby.
You said Nintendo. You said.
I don't like Kirby.
What about Yoshi?
But we actually comparing this franchise that's supposed to be one of the pillar franchises to Kirby, which is like
Yoshi changes its art style, but it's still the same kind of game
Yoshi's kinda
every
the
single
same,
time.
too. Even
You know,
like
I could do this
2D
all day.
Mario? Look at 2D
Aaron.
Mario.
Certain things change, certain things don't. And Pokemon is not ready to fully jump the shark to alienate their full audience. They're slowly integrating new things, so when people get into it, they can fully change. That's why Let's Go was their experiment to bring over Pokemon Go people into Pokemon. With this Pokemon game, it's trying to add a bunch of new features and trying to figure out the medium before it proceeds to the next one. That's all Pokemon has always been for every generation. The first one that comes out on a generation is the tester, and the final one that comes out is the banger. That's how it
what was the
always
last
happened.
Pokemon game you bought?
That's how it always happened.
What was the last? What was the last Pokemon game you bought?
I bought the Pokemon game last year. What are you talking about?
Which one?
But
What'd you bought?
the Let's Go Eevee. I got that one.
You
What are
bought. So
talking
you
about?
didn't complain. See, this is what I'm talking about. Pokemon. This is what I'm talking about. People who complain about Pokemon. You
Hold on,
sit
wait,
there-
hold on, whoa. Whoa. Before you start, I knew what Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu was. I knew what it was.
It's a Pokemon game without battling. That's all it is.
Well, it has battling, but without.
Okay.
It has battling, but like wild Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's all it is. That's all the difference was. But that was the bridge. That was a game to bridge over the Pokemon Go fan base who have never played a Pokemon game.
We'll end on this. I do understand where Baron's coming from. A bit. I'll say that I do understand.
Not to his extreme. I get the anger.
I just don't get it. I don't understand how. I don't understand how. What I'm asking is ridiculous. I'm asking that I should not see a washed out.
Stop being an entitled gamer, okay?
I should not see flat grass everywhere. I should not see N64 model
Oh my
tree.
God, get off the flat grass. There's plenty of games on the Switch that have flat grass. I'm sorry that a couple games don't have flat grass, but majority of them do.
But I'm saying that you could have improved plenty of animations.
Listen.
You could add new animations. We could actually have Pokemon actually touch each other when they battle. This is not overly ridiculous shit that I'm asking for. It's not.
Wait,
but the thing we can take away at the whole end of this, right, to finish off, the one thing we can take away from all this stuff is that Bayonetta 3 is not coming out this year, and it's coming out summer of next year.
I do want to mention one thing with the whole Pokemon. You said touch each other and stuff like that. You can't do it. Pokemon's it's a competitive fighting game with thousands of moves between a bunch of different Pokemon. There's no way that you can individually animate that like it's Pokemon
if
tournament.
they take 4 years instead of 3 years to make the game.
So OJ, you think Pokemon should forever just hop and something happen when they 2 feet away from each other?
They can change the animation
forever. Nothing should evolve from that.
There's no
Hey, we're in an era of things called patches. So if they want to update the game, they could do that anytime they want. If they want to add a new move, if they're like, hey, you know what? We fixed some animations. We added some new animations. Here's a free patch update that comes out a month after the game comes out. Cool. There's a bunch of stuff. And they keep doing that. That's great. We have the technology to make it. I understand games should be finished when they come out, but if they're like, you know what, we care about making this game even better, so we're going to work after its release to go back and do more on it while we're working on the other games.
Well, you should be doing that now.
I'll say this: if you
they are. They're. What do you think they've been doing, man?
We done seen it, man. It's about to come in November. We done seen it.
There's no way.
We got time before the game comes out. It's not coming out tomorrow. It's not coming out next month. We got a while. We still got a while.
On top of that,
gold in a month.
Hold up.
These new Pokemon designs are like terrible. Like It's like they lost their ambition.
They've had terrible designs since there was a ghost chandelier. They've been having terrible designs.
That is the ugliest damn bird I ever seen in my life.
It's supposed to be. They obviously did it on purpose to make it look stupid.
Oh my god!
Listen. You can't have. This is what I'll tell you right now. We'll end on this, guys. You can't have.
He said they ain't patching nothing.
You can't have the game have a bunch of animations and have it be like Pokemon tournament where they're hitting each other and all that, and then have 1,000 Pokemon. There's no way. You know why I know this? Because there's not another single game. Look at Digimon. Look at all the other games that are like Pokemon.
OJ, let's say that's true though.
There's no other.
Why can't Pokemon be the first of its kind though?
But OJ, we still have.
It is the first of its kind.
You have to get something to make me think that you brought this game up to monetization of 2019. We have to get
Baron. I want you to go find me. Baron, go find me another game.
With everything that I laid out, you got to give me at least a couple of them.
Baron,
like come on,
Baron. Go out and find me any game. Go out and find any game that's out there right now that has 1,000 characters with 4 individual moves each, special abilities, has the ability to have curry on rice, go on these wild areas, have Pokemon in the open world. Go out and find me a game that has that many characters that I have to pay attention to detail to and make it within 3 years.
Or 4 years.
Or no, 4 years. It should be 4 years.
I don't want to hear none of that shit.
What other game has that many characters in it? Even if they cut it off,
development time.
Even if they cut it in half and there's only 500 Pokemon, go find another game with 500 individual characters with 4 moves.
Yokai Watch 3 is a bunch of sprites.
What I am saying.
Yokai Watch 3? You're kidding me. Whoever said Yokai Watch 3, that's ridiculous.
What I'm saying, he said this is not the chat going crazy. What I am saying is that I understand y'all love for this franchise, but
no, I'm just being realistic.
But the list of stuff that people been complaining about, y'all got a counter argument to it. But y'all counter argument is how they going to do this, how they going to do that. Well, if they're not going to do this part, they can at least do this part.
And I agree
you said
you.
You don't know at what point.
You don't know at what point what was developed and decided on. The curry thing could have been an afterthought. It could have been something that was at the beginning. You have no idea when they decided to make that stuff. So for anyone to be like, they prioritized that instead of that, it's like, you don't know what is what. No one knows what is what. Let the game come out. Let more information come out. All we know about the curry in the game, that there's curry in the game. We don't know how big or small it is. All right. We don't know if the dex is like super, super ridiculous and you can learn more than 5 billion different curry things. And it's a cooking simulator secretly disguised in a Pokemon game show. Man. I don't know. But
I hope Cooking Mom
sitting here getting this angry over stuff that shouldn't even be that important. Like what? Okay. I understand graphics should evolve, but the fact that you're so mad about grass and tree graphics when they are the least important thing about the video game itself is the problem. That's like if I was crapping about Gears and I was like, I can't believe they still have that shotgun in Gears, man. I hate that shotgun. And I don't have to use it. It's as stupid as looking. It's like if I looked at the wall in a Gears game, like, wow, every room has this brown look to it of rocks. Wow, this is crazy in the underground. I've seen this in the same game 4 times before. That's insane. Why don't they update it? Why don't they change it? Because it's not that important. It doesn't matter.
Look, Jordan, there's no excuse that any retake in 2019 can be compared to Ocarina. I don't give a damn if it's important or not.
It is what it is.
Not acceptable.
It is what it is, Baron. It is what it is. And we have entering Shadowfox.
It's not acceptable, man.
You changed the name of the Discord link or something to that effect, man.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yo, you came just in time though. Just in time.
You came at a great time because this Pokemon topic, we can be on.
How do you feel about Pokemon?
We can be on this topic.
How do you feel about Pokemon Shadow Fox?
Man, I'm kind of old school, so and the new Pokemon they have right now, I feel that it's going to satisfy those that are graduating from Pokemon Go. I feel that it's gonna kind of give them how can I say this, the gateway drug into what is known as the Pokemon yellow crack. So I don't think, I hear a lot of fans complaining, they want their Pokédex to be global and whatnot. I mean, you're trying to get a new generation of gamers in, man. They're grabbing people from phones and throwing them on the Switch.
And I have no problem with that, but I got a question for you.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You grew up playing Pokemon like all of us, right? You started on that red and that blue, right?
Red and blue.
Red and blue.
Like the rest of us. Good.
Like all of us, right?
Yeah.
At some point,
then you take it to the next Game Boy after that.
Some point, you really, because every gamer does that. They fantasize about how this franchise would be a few years down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Is Pokemon Sword and Shield right now what you envisioned it would have been back then?
Nah, everybody wanted it to be like this massive open world. That's kind of what I gather anyway. That would be the anticipation. Me, because I know Nintendo in general, they're not going to spend that cash, and Pokemon Company, they just do what they want. I mean, we've been dealing with sprites all the way up until 3DS. So I can't say that I'm surprised by what we're seeing right now.
So
we're
Baron,
not surprised. I'm just angry.
Baron, here's my thing. Here's my thing. Baron, if you want all 1,000 Pokemon, you want all the Pokemon in the game, and you want it to be this MMO like experience where they're all walking around, it's a huge massive game, then the first sacrifice is the graphics. Like all MMOs out there, the graphics would take a hit. Now, the other thing is you cut out half all that stuff, right? And you don't make it an MMO, and the graphics could be a little bit better, and you can add more things into it, and that's the other part of the thing. So if either you want it all, and we can't do that, there's nothing out there right now that has as much stuff as Pokemon has to be this full-fleshed, every Pokemon, all 1,000 Pokemon just walking around the world that all have their individual moves and animations. That's not physically possible unless that game has been worked on for 20 years, okay? That's just not going to happen. And I think that's the expectation we all have in our heads, because of course we would want that. That sounds awesome, but we're not there yet. We'll eventually be there. But right now we're getting a Pokemon game. Yeah, I do think we'll be there.
We'll be a
but
World
we're
War
asking
IV
for
by
a
time
lot right now. We're asking for a lot right now. Like I get wanting
Jordan,
more.
I understand completely what
more.
you're saying, that if you want to do something here, it might be a trade-off that you have to back here. But the thing is, they're not doing anything anywhere in the areas.
What are you talking about?
There's no trade. Okay,
they have wild areas where Pokemon are going around that have different types of days and weather situations.
And the wild area, which we don't know how big it is. That's number one.
But it's multiple seasons, multiple areas. You can go all around. You can do raid battles. You can play with friends online, have the camp. These are all features that are small stuff from the other games that have all been turned into more things in there. On the 3DS, you used to be able to just go up to your Pokemon and pet them and touch them and all that. Now you have a whole camp where they all can play, and you can feed them and raise them and do all this other cool stuff. That's part of the fun of Pokemon, is if you want to play it like you're caring for the creatures you have, you can play it like that. That's dope. People like that aspect of it. People like the competition aspect of it for like the fashion show stuff, which they haven't done in a while. But some people just play it competitively to catch, train, and to go and battle people. There's different ways to play it. And if you don't like some of these stuff in the game, you don't have to do any of that camping stuff. You don't have to play with your Pokemon at all if you don't want to. If you just want to go run past your N64 trees and catch a stubble or what someone walking through the grass, like, oh, cool, there you go. You can play it that way. All right, Pokemon is evolving. Yes, it's not this big jump. I get why
those are speed tree N64 trees, kind sir. Speed tree N64 trees. You got to throw that middleware in there.
I don't think. Like I said, I see Jordan's point. I see Baron's point. I see DC's point. I don't think that there's no evolution because the 3DS game doesn't have a wild area and it doesn't have Pokemon in the open field. People were complaining and crying.
Look at Nintendo.
Look, people were complaining and crying that there wasn't going to be wild Pokemon walking around, right? When they showed off the first, like, oh, there's no wild Pokemon. And then they put it in there. Oh, well, You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, wait a minute, hold up. Wasn't that something that you guys wanted? It's like they are evolving things past what was on the 3DS. Let's just make sure we get that clear. There is no open area on the 3DS. There is no wild Pokemon roaming around on the 3DS, right? Those are two things that people wanted. Bigger areas and wild Pokemon. That is an evolution. You're saying that there is no evolution, but that's not factual.
That's the okay, OJ.
I think that's the problem that I have is that like
OJ, that is an evolution that could have been done on the last console.
On the 3DS?
You know no, I said on the last console.
Which last console?
But they weren't making Pokemon games for consoles
so
yet.
it's like, but you gotta understand, it's like
you talking about the Wii U?
Yeah.
We're talking about this is the 3DS to this.
I know we're talking about 3DS. I'm saying you're saying
the Switch isn't like 10 times more powerful than the Wii U or anything, dude. Like what's going on here? Like what? Why are you comparing those two systems? There's no Pokemon game on the Wii U. There's no.
I know there's not, but
there's no real Pokemon.
You are really telling me This is the best they can do with Switch art.
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. What I'm saying is that
that's basically what I'm saying.
No evolution from there, and I say that no, there is evolution from what they did before. Pokemon Company, which I've said before, their first effort is always not that great. Look at Pokemon X and Y, compare that to Sun and Moon. Look at the graphics difference in there. Look at how much better.
Pokemon
One's the starter of them
one, right? Is that what you're saying?
They're going to get.
They always start off like this.
They're gonna get better. If you guys think that this game's not gonna evolve and it's not gonna get better, then obviously you guys.
I don't have no faith in them anymore.
Okay, if you don't have faith, that's fine. But then what happened with Pokemon X? Pokemon X and Y, Sun and Moon. What happened there? Did you not have faith with them then, and then all of a sudden people found faith in them? So what happened there? Are you not looking at their past? What is there not to have faith in?
I don't. At this point, you just.
I mean, they're making Town right now. If Town looks like shit, then we'll see. If
Town doesn't look like shit. That's what it's like. Nice. I don't get it
because there's shocked. One Town.
No, but a year ago.
I disagree. I don't think Town looks better than Pokemon at all. I think Town's fine. Town does not look better than Pokemon.
Even if it did look better, there's one town with probably no. There's one town. You guys out here saying, "Oh, Pokemon needs to evolve and be big." Oh, but you know what? This game that has one town is great. What the hell?
Dynamax.
Wait a minute. Y'all just said Pokemon needs to evolve and be big and great.
Maybe I'm confused here. So this is tower defense for one town? Like you never get to leave the town?
No, that's why it's called Little Town.
We don't know how big the town is. A little town who's a hero. You're a little guy in a little town. That's it. And you fight this one troll-looking guy. They have probably like 10 different creatures in that game. So Pokemon has how many? Defense. Okay. I want to respond to a comment in the real quick, OJ, before we move on.
So many comments, bro.
I want to reply to this too.
This is from Be More Akuma saying Pokemon is a game for children. Grown adults just need to grow away from it. Whoa. It's barely an entry-level RPG or JRPG. Let me tell you this.
I said agree.
Gameplay concept.
No, listen. Let me finish.
Oh my god.
You couldn't be further from the truth. Because people don't play it like a JRPG. I would love for you to go tell that to all the grown people who play at Pokemon Worlds competitively, who are serious about their fighting strategies. It's not about the JRPG aspect. It's about the literal fighting aspect gameplay. That's what sells in Pokemon, not the, I can customize my character and fight. No, it's about the battling and strategies like that. Not about the other RPG stuff. It's about the fighting. That's why the grown adults play it, all right?
Is it Call of Duty rated M? Is it Mortal Kombat rated M?
I mean, yeah.
A lot of lobbies for the kids, though.
Because anyone can play any game.
Halo. Why the lobbies for the kids?
I played that when I was a kid.
We've got
that's a game for kids.
We've got.
Did you know Astral Chain? Astral Chain's a game for kids.
There you go.
Play it.
I mean, I don't agree with the dumbass thing about people talking about Pokemon's for kids.
Madden is rated E. Is it for kids?
I mean, Uncharted is rated P. So
but Baron, the problem is that it's not that Pokemon is for kids. It's that it's targeted towards kids in the way that they operate. So for people like us who've been in the game since Red and Blue, don't get as much fun as we used to. It's not as challenging. It's just not the same. It's not. And honestly,
I don't necessarily.
What are you playing it for? It's about what you're playing it for at that point. If you're not finding the main story of the game challenging, that's just there for everyone to have a story, like actual campaign. The realness of Pokemon is the point of getting a Pokemon and battle it against another Pokemon. It's the strategies. It's learning your opponent. It's about going to competitions. It's about playing online. That's the story in Pokemon, the campaign. That's just the fluff. That people always look, Pokemon's too easy. That's just the fluff. It's the end game and training up your Pokemon. That's
what say the same about Call of Duty games.
Absolutely.
Run through
Absolutely.
Mario Odyssey.
Absolutely. People can do it with almost any game. You can find an aspect of that about. But to sit here and to berate Pokemon like that, like, it's just a kid's game. There's nothing to it. It's too easy. You're not looking at what the main aspect of Pokemon is. You can, if you're like that aspect, that's great. But that's not the reason these games exist. So
I'm just waiting.
Go to Pokemon Worlds. You can
say I don't agree with that.
I know it's in that Pokedex. I don't know.
Go to thousands. There were thousands of people at Pokemon World. Adults, kids, hardcore people into this game, playing it from the card game to the actual 3DS game. Like, they were into it. Okay, so go tell all those grown adults. Please go tell all those grown adults that they're wasting their life playing a kid's game. That's an easy JRPG.
I think that was a troll comment because everybody tries to say that.
Either way, I just wanna elaborate on that sort of thing, regardless if it's a troll comment or not? That's such a stupid way. That's the kid way of thinking. I think there needs to be the grown up factor on that. Is think better.
We definitely need to read some donations, and we also need to move on because this topic can go on for absolutely forever, which is always great. I want to say thank you guys so much. We have a freaking record for the PE podcast, over 400 concurrent viewers at any point. That is a absolute record. So thank you guys for joining us on NFL.
They must really love me ranting on Pokemon.
I thought there wasn't going to be anybody here because of NFL kickoff, but people like screw the NFL. You know what I'm saying? No, a lot of guys.
They love when me and Jordan go at it at Pokemon.
Hey, you know what? I didn't even put Pokemon in the title. I didn't even put it in the title, but no, seriously, thank you guys so much.
I mean, it's part of the direct, so
that's true, and it's the the direct stuff. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. Avedon is here, so I'm gonna give Avedon last. Well, let's actually read some donations, and then I'll let Avedon go, and then we're gonna move on to the next topic. We still got a little more time. Then we're gonna move on to the next topic. Shout outs to Ibrahim Gunner with the $20 donation. He donated $20 about 40 minutes ago. Sorry we didn't get to it. We had a conversation. $20 donation. He says, I'm so pissed at Nintendo for the Direct. I already looked deeply into the sky and raised my hand in anger. I will buy at least 10 games from the Direct, and that will show show them. I hope you do the same with this money to really show them even more. Now, basically, that's a joke because on my stream, I was like, you know what? If you're really mad, I feel mad for you. You know what you should do? You should go outside and raise your fist into the air in anger. If you're mad about the Direct. So that's what he's doing there. He's making a little joke to that. So thank you for the $20. I appreciate that, Ibrahim. Thank you. Also, Katana Riku with the 12 donations says, off work. How's everyone? Everyone's doing good except for Baron. Let's see. NX Revolution donated $1 and says, Pokemon looks better than Little Town Hero. So that's what NX Revolution says. Matthew Campos donated $2 and says, I think Baron is hangry for curry on rice. Dude, curry on rice it's actually delicious. Has anybody had curry on rice?
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about that. We talking about the game.
It's actually freaking delicious.
I love curry, dude.
I can't eat that. I can't eat it in the game, so I don't care.
Avedon donated $5 and says, I came through at the perfect time to see Baron go off, and that was 26 minutes ago. And thank you for the $5, Avedon. Amy or AM with the follow, and also Ethan R with the Jordan's favorite user. Ethan R with the $4.99 through Super Chat and says, stop attacking Kirby, y'all. He's my favorite game IP, no joke. I'm like Jordan with Pokemon, but with Kirby. So there you go. He always has to mention Jordan. So there you go. Avedon, we're gonna let you go before we move topics. So your thoughts on the Direct?
It was solid. Probably one of the better directs we had in a long time. They kicked off the show with something that we all knew that Overwatch was possibly coming with kickoff with Overwatch, and the end was Xenoblade Chronicles 1 remaster or remake. It's a remaster remake.
That's a remake.
It's a remake.
Remake.
Yeah. Shulk ain't ugly anymore.
So all right, that's a remake. We got Super NES games on the Switch today. That was a big announcement. We talked about Pokemon. What else? What was Trials of Mana? We got a release date for that. There was a lot. Dang. Oh, and the best news of all, Terry freaking Bogard.
Yep. Are you okay?
Oh Lord.
Like, hey, I don't. Oh Lord, me. Street Fighter and Fatal Fury with my games growing up. I played those games before I played Mario, so that's why I'm a big Street Fighter fan. I'm a big Fatal Fury fan. So seeing Terry Bogard in Smash was big for me. And we got Banjo on top of that.
Avedon's actually a really big fighting game, like old school fight. He actually is. Don't give him that look. No, he really, no joke, is a big Fatal Fury and fighting game.
Yeah.
Same here.
I got the video to prove. You can see Fatal Fury 2 in my video. Go check my video.
Look, I think I believe you, but all these, I've been a Fatal Fury fan all my life. All of a sudden appeared. I was like, really?
Well, of course you're gonna get the Fatal Fury fans pop up because
Fatal Fury. Y'all coming out of nowhere all of a sudden.
Fatal Fury isn't some type of scrub franchise though, Baron.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. I mean, back in the day, it was all right. It wasn't as big as it was.
Listen. I'll end all the arguments now. See me on the arcade sticks. We'll call it a shot.
That's what's up. ABCD.
Because my brother went nuts. You know, my brother, he doesn't follow gaming as much. He just watches my stuff every now and then. And he texted me and said, "Oh my gosh, Bogard is in there. Now, I watched the animes back in the day because, Fatal Fury was like that
And
old
the Street
school-
Fighter,
Street Fighter 2V, you had the animated. Like, I watched Fatal Fury, and that's what I was into when it comes to Terry Bogard. Not as much playing the games. I did play in the arcade, got my butts kicked by the Asian dudes at the arcade always. That's fine. Got my butts kicked by them all the time, and that was that, but I didn't spend a lot of quarters on Fatal Fury or King of Fighters, but I played King of Fighters a little bit. Never been the biggest thing, but I've always been a big fan of the anime and Bogard, and my too. So for certain reasons, but
King of Fighters 94, King of Fighters 94, World Heroes 2 Jet.
So
there you go.
So to me, it's like he's a legend. You know what I'm saying? Like Bogard's been a legend for 2 decades.
And I called it. Like, I think it was you, VC. I hit you up on Twitter like a few days ago. I was like, yo, VC, I see Terry Bogard coming in Smash.
The thing that I don't like,
the moment they said SNK, that was it.
You know what I don't like? I don't like because like, look, Geese gets into Tekken, and it makes the FGC side of Smash look freaking stupid. It just to me it made me a little bit upset because like we get a character like Bogard, which I guarantee you any other fighting game in the FGC would have been like, Bogard's coming to our game. They would have been happy, but these damn smashers sit there making us look freaking stupid and illiterate or whatever.
I'm talking about that tomorrow, dog. I'm talking about that tomorrow.
Hold up.
Bogard, I'm telling you right now, if Bogard comes to any other fighting game franchise, people are freaking out, and it's a great thing.
They are.
Geese came to Tekken.
But OJ, we gotta recognize two things though. You gotta recognize this: Smash is the best-selling fighting franchise of all time, so it's going to attract people that aren't necessarily hardcore gamers or into fighting at all, really. So we gotta respect that. It's got the Mario Kart effect
because Smash is about history.
Culture yourself.
Smash is about gaming history. It's always been about old stuff. The newest character in the game outside of Nintendo Splatoon when it comes to third party is freaking Bayonetta in 2009 because
Banjo.
Banjo's an old franchise. I'm talking about
98, 99?
Yeah.
Or no, 97.
Bayonetta. Yeah. Like the newest character the newest one is Bayonetta. That's the newest one. Everybody else is old. Pac-Man, Mega Man, Cloud, Belmonts, everybody's some old franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like culture, gaming history. So it just makes me just a little bit ticked that these freaking Minecrafts and these damn Gen Zers and these people that I don't know Fatal Fury, I don't care. It's like you're supposed to learn about it. That's the only issue that I had. It's like you're supposed to learn.
But you gotta understand.
Children of millennials.
It ain't about the children of millennials. You got to understand, they was under the concept that there was only going to be five total fighters. That's what we was told before. Once he got revealed, that's what we was on. So when they found out that he was taking up one of the slots, I can understand their anger. I can understand because it's more people. There's more other characters I believe they could have chose if it was not more DLC fighters.
Ryu
and I believe that was to have. I believe that was the sole reason they decided to do more fighters because they knew something more than
they were going to do more fighters from the beginning. Anyone who didn't think that they were going to do more fighters.
Akari Warriors.
Who deserves it more than Terry? When it comes to the greatest fighting game of all time, that's what Sakurai is going for. Who deserves it more than Terry Bogard?
In a fighting game?
I don't think you want me to answer that.
Who? Give me one that deserves it more than in a fighting game.
I already told you that. I believe Captain N should have been in there.
Captain N?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I really do. The old cartoon, man. That old cartoon is classic. That is legendary.
I don't know about that, Baron.
It's legendary. And I am an advocate for Travis Touchdown being in this game.
Sub-Zero would be amazing. Let's be real here.
And I think a Mortal Kombat representative would have been something.
I don't feel so good. I'm thinking about the vaporizer.
Listen.
I don't feel so
I'm gonna say this.
I know Travis will definitely be in the game now.
I'm gonna say this. Having Terry Bogard as a legendary character, first of all, that's the first Neo Geo incorporation in Smash. That's heavy.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, you want to say Ryu Hayabusa. Actually, Shadow Fox, that's actually my next predicted character. For the fifth character, I predict either him or Master Chief. He's going to be one of those two.
1988.
I would say if you really want to go in, you could really think about Joe Musashi, Shinobi. Strider. There's Strider. There's Beautiful Joe. There's other characters they could put in. And honestly, me personally,
no more Capcom.
Me personally, and to your point, Baron, I wasn't on the page of thinking that they was going to only do 5 characters. I've been saying the whole time there will be a season 2.
Yep.
100%.
I've been saying
that vote too, Abaddon.
I
They
didn't.
gotta
I
stretch
didn't
the
because
generation out.
I looked at Sakurai and I could look in his face and I could tell that man's tired. So I thought this was going to be it. I thought this was going to be it. It was going to be
so tired. You so tired.
That man put every Smash fighter ever in this damn game, and then he said, "I'm gonna give me 5 more." I thought he was really done.
Sakurai had
But you know
Louis
what I saw?
Vuitton bags on his eyes.
When you saw that,
He
when I saw
was
that,
done with Smash for Wii U.
when you saw that
done.
reveal, when
They
you saw
hit
him,
him
I
with
thought
the-
he was really
Here's
done.
a new
after 5
console.
fighters.
check this
OJ.
out though. When you
Nintendo
saw
gave
him
him the
reveal
bag, right?
Joker, he looked hyped. This man is playing 2 players by himself. Do you think this man is really tired of Smash?
I'll say this. I think that, we found out, like what we were talking about earlier, like Sakurai drives a Batmobile, apparently, according to Toby Fox, the creator of I'm pretty sure Nintendo handed him the largest money bag, like ninja-style money bag, was like, hey,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, if that can motivate anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you already got, like, I think Sakurai knows that he can be part of something that's legendary, maybe even break a Guinness World Book of Records for something. I mean, I don't know.
And he's going down as a legend for this.
Yeah, he's going. Smash Ultimate.
He already
is
was a legend.
Yeah, he already was a
pretty
legend.
clear.
But now he's like Smash Ultimate. It's going to become, in my opinion, the most legendary fighting game of all in the modern age. Legendary fighting game. Obviously, you have stuff like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You have King of Fighters. You have
It's going to
Street
eclipse
Fighter.
that.
But
It's
I'm
gonna
talking about
eclipse
modern
that.
age, like modern age of fighters. Like we haven't had anything really since in terms of modern fighters outside of, let's just say outside of Smash. What has been that game? I mean, you have maybe Melee has been like a modern classic, but that was 2001.
Yeah.
You have Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which is right around in that same area. Outside of that, there really hasn't been anything you can say, wow, that was like the classic, like, and Smash Brothers is that. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, it's like, what's been since that, There's been great fighting games, don't get me wrong, but it's like.
We got to talk about one thing though, because, this is circling around Capcom. It's still in that same circle of Capcom right now, right? It's getting close.
What?
I'm really interested in seeing what Capcom is going to really do for the Switch, because they talked about they want to release more exclusive games for the Switch.
They already said Monster Hunter. We know that for sure.
More exclusive ports for the Switch.
More
That's what
Mega Man Battle Network.
That's
I want
what they
all
meant.
the games on the Switch.
More
All of
exclusive
them.
ports.
I feel like it's going to be a Resident Evil game.
that much
see
too.
that.
I mean, we saw Devil May Cry 2, which wasn't really. I'm like,
They
okay.
gotta get 7 over here first because they gotta do that offline because our network is shit in the US. They gotta put that on a cartridge.
Yep.
I'm just saying. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. I was just
weird.
gonna say it's like, but we have Capcom in here, and now we have SNK, and it's like, I'm happy because if we get a modern age King of Fighters game on the Switch, I'm done. I'm good. I'm good
Is
to go.
there a market for that though? Is there a big enough market to make that
SNK
game?
Heroines apparently did okay.
It did all
And
right.
that did okay.
Okay, and how? How much did it sell? Because it bombed in America. So how much did it sell?
SNK
Over
said
100K. What I understand in
SNK
Japan.
said in their financial reports that the game performed well between the PS4 and the Switch version. So
Both
So
of them.
100K on Switch, I think, in Japan.
the game, I mean, if you look at the game it didn't take much to develop that game.
Yeah.
I don't think the budget of that
It
game
wa-
is really much.
Is there even more than? I don't think it's more than 16 characters. So
There's not many characters.
unlock everything.
Like this Switch version runs at 30. For a fighting game, it's like,
But yeah, that's all I have to say. That the direct was cool. Overwatch, I said it to my community. I say it here. I'll play it with my community, but personally, I'm kind of in the same boat as I saw Obi-Wan say this earlier. Shooting games at 30 FPS, not really my cup of tea. I struggle playing Apex at 30 FPS on PS4.
So wait a minute, but Obi was also saying he was also like Doom launch.
I don't agree with the other parts he said. Let's not go there.
And he also plays Fortnite too at 30.
Obi says all types of.
I think Obi says
I
all types
wouldn't-
of stuff. So just letting you
I
know.
would not reference.
I'm
him
not-
and talk
I'm not
about
gonna say
any
a
video
word.
game.
I had to do. I had to do that because Trey keeps on picking
Bruh.
on Obi.
I don't know why he
Ooh, the
does
chat is being
that.
savage about him right now.
Like Obi would say one thing, but I'll see him log on the Switch and he's on NBA 2K, and I'm like, stop.
Bruh,
He got,
see,
like,
that's the
he got
funny.
like 1,000 something hours NBA 2K on Switch.
Bruh, I talked. I had to. What he said about other characters better in Smash. I saw Gino over. I'm like, wait, Gino over Terry?
Yeah, he even lists Etika, so he was.
Etika that would obviously Etika would be freaking super hype, but like,
I think they should make him at least a me costume or something.
If they made him a
That
me
would be
costume,
cool.
that would be dope. I ain't gonna lie, that would be
a
dope.
lot. There'd be a lot of.
They're gonna make a Sora me
legal
costume. That's
mumbo.
what I bet.
There'd be too much legal mumbo jumbo with that, with like making an Etika. Like, who owns?
They need
rights
making a
to make
water me costume.
Etika?
Why you think that though? Why you think it was too much?
Because Etika's passed away, and because who
Well-
owns the rights to license Etika's brand likeness?
But then
Obviously,
how
it's
would
like his
that?
next
But
in
then if Fortnite could steal dances, is it really a legal issue?
You can't steal Etika's
He can't steal his
for-
likeness.
You can't do that.
Cloud Strife?
You guys, you can't say, well, Etika was a legend in the community, so we're going to sit here and take his meat out and just take it and without any type of legal
Compensation.
Yeah.
You can't do that. It'll be wrong.
I don't think it would
It'll
be
be
that
wrong.
hard. If they get in contact with the right people, I don't think they'll be opposed to it.
It'll be wrong
I
though.
don't
Just
think
call
it's-
next can, keep it moving.
I don't think it's a good. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't. I mean, it would be hype. Don't get me wrong, and I'd be down to use Etika. But I mean,
It would be a good idea if it started as a fan movement first. Like if they came out and they say, "Hey, look, we're pitching this idea. What do you think?" and they do a survey.
There's two things that they could do. They can add for the me character, the high top, and unless that's already in the game, I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Okay, so they can add that, and then they could say they're going to add a shirt with his E on it, right? The E that he
they can
has,
do that.
and you buy it, but the 100% of the proceeds go to a mental health organization.
That'd be dope.
So they get no
I'll be for
profits. The profits
for
go
that.
straight to a mental health organization, and anyone can just buy
Yo,
that
Nintendo,
shirt
watch
for a
this?
couple bucks.
I feel like if they would do that, they would do it. They would just have it as a free download anyway.
Yo,
Yeah,
Nintendo,
Right,
and
but
that
but
would
the
be
thing
free
is-
mind share for them. They don't need to do anything else.
And the thing is, they could do it for free, right?
yeah.
But then what did they do to help the cause,
where's
right?
the- where's the
That
money
just
going
kind of
to?
seems they're getting attention. Either they have to then themselves saying we're going to put them in the game, but we're donating a large, lump
I
sum.
can see that situation.
They could do that, but that's just a tax write-off for them, so that's nothing for them. They could easily do that. But I think it would be cool if they did sell it, so everyone can feel like they are contributing to something greater than them, even if it costs literally like a few cents for the shirt. If 1 million people paid 29 cents, that's a lot more money than you think it is, and that's going to help so much. Like that would be incredible if something like that can happen, and everyone can feel like they had a small part to play in doing something great. So that's just how I see it.
Yeah, I'd be down, but Nintendo's not. I mean, it happened like with Robin Williams. People
Sure.
actually
Yeah,
fan
they wouldn't
petitioned,
do that.
with him to be like a character in Zelda, or for him to have his name in the credits, or just something. And Nintendo still didn't, even for Robin Williams, and Robin Williams.
Yeah, that was a robbery. That was a similar situation. So.
He named his daughter after Zelda.
Yeah, exactly. And he's not only that, but he was in, what was it? What game commercial was he with for Zelda? There was a
He
commercial
was
with
for
She was in
Ocarina
the
of Time
commercial.
3D.
It was,
Yeah, they were both in.
It was a 3DS game. Link, was it Ocarina of Time?
It was
3DS?
Ocarina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Ocarina.
Yeah. So he actually worked with them firsthand in terms of their promotion, marketing, and budget, and he got nothing, So, and he also tragically committed suicide as well, So,
I forgot about that. So that's a very similar.
Yeah.
That's an excellent point, actually.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and move on.
Hopefully-
go ahead.
Hopefully Nintendo. Sorry, I'm saying hopefully Nintendo is at a better age. Like I feel like with time, Nintendo has learned to adapt more into the culture rather than just being this corporation. I think they're very involved in the community and listen to the community. And I think if there was a movement behind, doing something for Etika, that there would be an acknowledgement of it. I know it's not well known, well out there, but Reggie was a fan of Etika.
Huge
But
fan.
due to public images, especially after the whole fake Switch thing that Etika did, back in was it like early 2017 or late 2016, either or, when that happened, and then like Etika would be at an event somewhere and Reggie would be there, he would try to go talk to Reggie, and security guards had strict orders not to let Etika speak to Reggie. But there was one moment where Reggie was kind of off and the guards weren't looking, and Etika and him talked for a minute, and he gave him a quick pat and said, "Hey, I enjoy your stuff. I appreciate you, man. They just won't let me for image wise. I can't be. They won't let me be seen with you because of that thing." that he did with the fake Switch.
For stuff like that, PR for different territories other than Nintendo proper NCL, they got to have balls. They got to be able to go in meetings and say, hey, look, we're going to engage with our local community. I mean, all you speak is Japanese. We speak Swedish. We speak Dutch. We speak, English or what have you. And in our respective territories, we're going to engage with our local community on, Instagram, Periscope, whatever, what have you. See what they like or whatever. See what their local social media hero is or whatever, and find them and engage with them. And whatever kind of stuff you need to do, be it an etiquette or what have you, and you post up and do whatever. NCL is like, is that okay? And you're like, well, I'm the PR rep for this territory over here, and I'm saying it's a go. So get your lawyers on the phone so we can make this shit happen. Well, that's what should be happening. But
I'll give you guys.
They call all the shots, and Reggie then at the time was just like, okay, yes.
Well, I'll give you guys a little bit. I mean, I think Nintendo has made some strides. They hit me up for stuff all the time, and I'm nowhere near the size of YouTubers, as other people. And they hit me up for certain community events, like they have like a Mario Maker 2 thingy that they wanted me to do, or some stuff like that at the launch. And like they'll give me stuff like Xenoblade, Chronicles, like codes to give away to the community, 3 different codes. They're always asking me, hey, you're gonna be at PAX, we're gonna be there, or you're gonna be like, they are getting better at that. Whereas before, because I've been a Nintendo ambassador, whatever, content creator thingy program for like 3 years, they didn't do anything. But they'd only work with like the biggest names, and now they're actually reaching out to people that are even smaller and getting them kind of involved with stuff. I just feel like, with what Jordan was saying, with that thing that happened, and then also was another thing that at least I heard with the whole dark web thing that kind of really freaked them out with that one, like really freaked them out with that one, that thing. So that's why he can't, that's why this stuff's probably not going to. And then also obviously the stuff that happened at the end, it's just rough, right? But I think we'd all like that, but
I don't think they'd get. I think if they did it properly, if they ever did, right, I don't think they'd get any backlash, especially if they did it properly through donation.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
If it was a thing where they didn't donate and they put it in the game, or they charged you for it and still didn't donate, then that's the problem. But if they completely were on board with it to do something good, absolutely, that would be amazing. I think everyone would rally, and I think there wouldn't be a single Smash player out there that's at least in tune with the whole Etika, because Etika was a big thing for Smash. Etika promoted Smash like it was no one's business. What's the most watched reaction video to any Smash?
That Mewtwo reaction for sure.
Exactly. There is no bigger promoter. There was no bigger promotion for Smash Brothers than Etika's reaction. People would go to him to see how he would react to things. He was the guy. So
he also had a huge hand in Fire Emblem Awakening, selling as much as it did, and he also had a huge hand in getting Ridley in Smash. Like, this is like unprecedented.
The Undertale game
like
too. He did a lot for that as well.
Yeah, like for a single individual to affect that many things while not being directly connected to Nintendo at all is it's freaking incredible, right? Like, I really do think people.
He had influence on it.
I really do think that he was the reason why Ridley's in Smash. I honestly feel like him and other, but he rallied so many people to get Ridley in Smash. That's the thing. So it's just nuts. It's nuts how I don't think people would be like, there would be no backlash. So I agree, but. I just don't know if Nintendo's gonna, do it. Which sucks.
The only backlash I think that they would fear would be, the individual family, if you will, changing their mind mid project and saying no, we're gonna sue.
Well, that's why contracts would be drawn up.
Yeah, and that's
signed.
That's probably what they're wary of. So they will have to double down on the legalese and have the lawyers on deck to start.
I think his mom would be for it if it's for the good cause.
But you still have to operate like you don't trust her, though. That's the only problem.
Sure, I get that. But once the contract's signed, once it's signed, even if 5 years from now she's like, you know what, I don't want that to be sold anymore, that shirt or whatever, contract signed. Which it sucks. I don't ever think it would come to that, but that's just business. But for the right reasons, I'm down. I don't want it to be done for a profit, is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, if they did anything.
We're going to read off a donation here. Shout outs to Matthew Hammond with the $3. And he says, what do you do with Pokemon cards besides open the package? What's wrong with Cookie Mama Pokemon? I think that's directed towards you, Jordan.
I think that's like a mixed question between Pokemon cards and the Curry thing? I have no idea where this question is going. What do I do with the I collect them.
Do you
I don't
play?
understand.
Do you actually play the Pokemon card game or anything like that, Jordan?
No, I haven't played the card game in a few years.
It's a good game, man.
Plus,
I actually
plus
really like it.
I
the
play
rules
White.
are changing. The rules
Yeah.
are changing again in February with the new card set. So
Okay. Well, I really like the old. I have a bunch of Pokemon cards. I don't know if I told you this, Jordan, but I actually have a ton of Pokemon cards, and I was a
let me
big,
get.
Huh?
Let me get.
No, I don't. You have your cards are way better than mine. I have all the old cards, you know, from like.
I have a lot of old cards too, but let me get.
No, I want my cards. I like it.
I want your cards too.
No, I want my cards. But I used to play a lot. I used to go to the Toys R Us League, and play there, and I won a couple of those, so I was really happy about that.
Nice.
Like when I was a kid, they give you like these little badges, and you got a free pack of Pokemon cards when you won.
Yeah, I have a couple of the badges and some of the promo cards they gave out some of those events. So
Oh, so you-
yeah,
you
that's
played
really
too?
cool. I did. I
Okay.
did. I haven't played recently. I stopped playing. I'm more collecting now.
I almost want to do a video about you talking about your Pokemon days. your
Dude.
gym. I got some
That's
pretty
good.
epic gym leader battles myself. But anyway, that's a topic for another day.
Personally, I preferred Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I prefer playing Yu-Gi-Oh over Pokemon. Like I collected Pokemon
Yu-Gi-Oh
cards.
was the
I played
better
Yu-Gi-Oh.
competitive game.
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh's a better competitive game, and
Yo,
Pokemon's
I even
a
went to
funner
some
collecting
locals
game.
last year, and it was a blast.
What about Magic? I know people really get into Magic too. Like Magic.
I get it.
I'm not sure
I'm just
about
not
that.
into it. Magic is way too advanced for me, man.
Okay.
There's too much to know and learn in that game, and I've tried several different times to get into it. It's not for me. But people are into it. They're into it, so good for them.
I tried all three. I would say Yu-Gi-Oh was the best for at the time, but after a while, you just kind of, yeah.
I had a Haymaker deck back in the day. I used to take away all your energy and then plus power, bam, knock you out with like Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan. Give them the 1-2.
High jump kick.
Yeah, high jump kick, baby. High jump kick, let's go.
Oh, I'm ready to talk about some Astral Chain.
Chain.
Some reviews.
Before we do that, though,
No.
Astral
before we
Salt.
do that, though, has anybody done this yet? Because I just got mine back. Has anybody sent theirs in to see if Nintendo fixed their?
Like last
I
year.
should be
think.
doing
Oh,
that, but
no.
I haven't.
I have to. I got it.
I just got mine back today.
How is it?
I haven't tested it yet. I'll test it after this stream, but
Baron, what's up?
Probably no
Definitely,
video on it.
check that out on Twitter.
Okay,
Huh?
so let's talk a little bit about Astral Chain. So Astral Chain dropped last week. We haven't had a chance to talk about it on the cast in terms of what everyone thinks about it. I guess Baron, you can go last. No spoilers though
damn.
for anybody who's been playing. No spoilers in the chat. No spoilers. Nobody's gonna say any spoilers here. Just general impressions of the game. I'll just start off. I'll be brief and quick. Astral Chain is definitely a huge game of the year contender for me. It is a phenomenal action game. That is one of a kind. There's literally no other game on the planet like Astral Chain. No other game on the planet like Astral Chain. The way that it operates, the combo system, it's very much less like, it's not Bayonetta, which I made a couple mistakes saying like Bayonetta. It's really not Bayonetta at all.
Not at all.
It's Wonderful 101, and it's like near, but it's like
Ish.
near-ish and Wonderful 101-ish, and then it says this is new. It is a new
It is a brand new
breed
game.
of action game. It is not one side of Wonderful 101 or one side of, it's just this new thing with concepts and things taken from so many different places, but it's so many different stuff that it makes it new. But I've never played an action game like this. It is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Definitely a game of the year contender for me. For me, it's kind of like Fire Emblem and Astral Chain. Love the combat, love the upgrades, love the X baton. That's probably one of my favorite things which gets overlooked is the X baton.
We all love that.
I'm using that
The
off
X
the rip.
baton is freaking amazing. And
Yeah,
some of the moves you get, like you could hold it, like delay,
When
delay.
you upgrade it, oh man,
Yeah.
I've been addicted to upgrading my.
The freaking Liu Kang kick? Did you guys the Liu Kang? Like
No.
you freaking fly like Liu Kang. Like I was like, oh my
Flying
gosh.
straight up into your Legion.
Yeah, like it is so cool when you start upgrading the X baton and when you start getting new moves, and that's when the game really opens up. When you start upgrading everything, you start upgrading your Legion, because at first it just feels like this is just like a slow game, But once you start upgrading,
And they give it to you mid battle. You're like, holy,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good stuff.
You feel like you
Yeah.
need to know calculus sometimes to win some of these fights. Like, with all the stuff that's-
I'm about to start playing it right now.
all the
Yeah,
stuff
maybe we'll
that's
start
going
playing.
on. But
I'm gonna play it soon, definitely.
whoever wants to go next can talk about it. Like, what are your
All right.
impressions?
So you know what? I'll go next because I probably have the least amount of hours out of everyone here on this cast. and And honestly, it's one of those games that you prioritize. If you have a backlog, this is the game that you can probably want to beat next. That's how good this game is. It's like, it blew me away because this game draws you in from jump, like from the first cutscene, and then you're on a bike, and next thing I know, wait, I could control the bike,
and then scene is so good.
Literally, it immerses you immediately.
Yeah,
it is, and it's like it's the game is not slow. It's not slow paced. It's well paced. It's like they let you walk through the tutorials really well, and then your first boss battles. For me, I'm gonna say this: the reason why I haven't progressed through the game is because the perfectionist in me is in my Devil May Cry mode, and I'm trying to get S+ on everything before I go forward. That's just me.
And everything.
The thing about it though is that your S+s are gonna get a lot when you get the rest of the Legion, so you might want to progress and then come back. That's usually
come back.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that. Cause I noticed this.
Like that first boss battle is gonna be kind of hard to do.
I don't think you can even.
I beat him. I got an S+ on. I got an S+ on the first boss battle
without your shine or what have you.
Without the which for the big guy or the teleporting hands guy?
The teleporting hands guy.
Teleporting hands guy. I should have the screenshot. I actually got an S+ against him.
Awesome.
So it's like against that whole mission, I got an A rank. That's my whole mission for I got an A rank for that whole mission. So it's like,
dang, you got an S+ with your hands tied behind your back. That's good stuff.
tied behind my back. It was how they didn't give me the S+ time behind my back. It's just that when I beat him so fast. It was like a minute and 30 seconds. I think I beat him.
Yeah.
So
it prioritizes speed. Like the ranking system in this one's a bit different because in Bayonetta you're not allowed to get hit to get an S+, but in this game you can actually get hit multiple times. It's
a lot.
Yeah, it's based on how much stuff you do, like how much, and that's why you can get better scores if you have more legions. When you switch, when you do different stuff, you get more points. So therefore, you can get an S+ even if you get hit. Whereas
that's more counters, more dodges, that kind of stuff. Gives
that's
you more
sword.
I faced a boss once, and literally, I used a bunch of my items. I almost died twice, and I got an S. And it's like, okay, thanks. I think I just used too many bombs and stuff.
I think it's
perfect dodge
to do with the style and the dodges and
perfect
combos.
Dodges help. Perfect dodges help, and also counters, because I counter a lot with my sword legion. Basically, when that thing was charging, I already knew you about to do a charge attack, so I'm like, okay, let's catch you, throw you, get some attacks in, combo you up in the air. So it works out. That's why I said I need to get further. Now I'm in a new town, and I'm like, yo, I needed some time to just play this game and not be disturbed.
Take your time.
Go pick up them cans and recycle them.
Yeah, take your time. Don't rush through the game. Enjoy this game is so please.
It's great.
Don't rush through it. Just play. Just play at your pace.
Yo. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I spent 35 minutes on customizing my character.
I don't blame you.
I went through so many different scenarios. Because when you try to make a black character in the game, it's a little tricky. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we too light, sometimes we too crispy. So we gotta toggle with everything, make everything
I just gave my guy the season quota.
Did you see that? Like it's a bunch of people on the Twitter list. Everybody's making a black character, even if they're white.
I just gave my guy the season.
One thing
quota
I do want to say about this game. The female black character looks better than the male black character. So it was kind of hard to make a male black character, but I finally found the right complexion, the right eye color, everything that made it look smooth.
You look like a black Eisen from Bleach.
It does look like Eisen.
You look like freaking or the main protagonist or the main antagonist in Bleach.
Yeah.
Green-eyed bandit. Black. Green-eyed bandit. But yeah, Astral Chain, bro. Man, from the first time you press the L trigger and the L trigger and the right trigger, man, it was on. You know what I mean? This has to be the best opening in a game in like decades, bro. I can't think of another game that opened that. It wasn't just like the first 5 minutes. I'm talking about the whole first act. Like
God of War, since you also don't jump in that game.
Well, wait a minute.
I was waiting for to call it. Thank you.
Well, hold on. Wait a minute.
You can jump in this game.
You can jump in this game. It's called the chain jump.
Yeah.
And you can throw your legion up and then go up. The jump system is built into the combos.
I mean, you literally have platforming in this game, so you can definitely jump.
Yeah, you
So,
send your
but-
Legion
I
out.
gotta
and-
say something
yeah.
about that.
yeah, but what was I about to say? I did spend about 40 minutes collecting cans around the art.
Yes.
I do
This
that
is like-
every time.
I did
every
that.
time.
You know what I mean? Astral Chain has so many elements to it that just distract you from the main story. It's like, oh, I could go over here. I could collect these cans. Oh, this looks beautiful. Let me take a selfie. I have so many selfies on my Switch. I have at least 55 selfies, bro. I was just going around taking pictures of everything. Like, it was just ridiculous. But one thing I want to do, like Abaddon said, the game is paced very well. I love how they incorporated the training and where you can go and train anytime you want.
And
So
loud.
it's
Really
very inviting, and it lets you and they give you different programs to choose from to train, and they keep adding new ones to it. So you can go and train. You don't have to worry about I don't think I'm good enough with the combat yet in this level. You can go and train until you get good. You know what I mean? I really love that part. The music is phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
music's great.
That Neuron headquarters boy be having you
Yo,
bankhead bouncing in there, boy.
Smooth jam.
Hey, it's too chill.
They're on
I love
headquarters
that
is freaking. The music just overall in general is really
Yeah.
good in the
The
game.
soundtrack's incredible.
And I posted that video on Twitter where I was running around in the dog suit or the lappy suit, like in just in a circle. It was supposed to simulate me trying to catch my own tail, but it was just a stupid joke because you're a dog. But anyway, that's the type of stuff that I might just mess around and do in that game because just to hear the music. So I don't know. It's a great game, and I love going back and playing. That's the thing that I love about Platinum games. You can go back and play and improve upon your scores and get more money, so you can upgrade, right, and buy stuff. I mean, like I love.
I want to play this game right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, dude,
Yo, right after this, I'm definitely
playing as soon as it's over. As soon as we're done.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play. I'm definitely gonna play. I was gonna make a video, but I'm just gonna wake up in the morning to make a video.
Wait, you're gonna play Astral Chain instead of getting ready for Gears 5 to go live?
No, I buy my
Yours
games
is gonna be
physical.
great.
I buy my games physical,
Chain.
bro. I don't do that digital.
So you could start playing it. You can still buy a physical, but you can start playing with Game Pass tonight.
I'm not. I don't mess with Game Pass.
Why buy a game twice though?
I wanted to get VC's
It's part of
opinion.
Game Pass. You can get
Dang,
Game
that's
Pass for
decent.
$2 right now.
I wanted,
for
to
2
get,
months.
I wanted to get VC's opinion on Astral Chain. What do you think, my man?
Oh, okay.
First off, I have to give it like a 9.5 out of 10. Easy. It's actually one of the most surprising and best games of the year that I've played so far. I was shocked of how good the gameplay is overall, from the action sequences to just walking around in all these scenic cities and stuff. And all the ways you can go into different quests. You can just start up a file and go through all the side quests. You can do anything at your own pace. You know what I mean? That's the best part, being able to play a game at your own pace. Because when you play like Bayonetta, not to say that you're forced to go from one place to another,
It's
but
linear.
there's like it's linear as
Yeah.
it can be. There's like a few small routes here or there to do a small bonus event, but that's really it. This game feels like an open world. It feels like it's a more enjoyable experience. Like I'm playing as a cop in a video game, and personally, that's like the last thing I would be in real life. And I'm having so much fun playing this game. And another thing, when you talk about costumes, my favorite is the cardboard box hat. It's all I've been wearing the whole time. All the scenes are happening with the cutscenes. They're talking to me. And the best part is that as your character loses health, the cardboard box gets destroyed. So it just
That's cool.
So like when I'm on
Attention to
like
detail.
Yep. So when I'm on like 1 point of health, it's like, oh, Amazon's not gonna like this box. But overall, it's a great game. I would only rate it a 9.5 because the platforming is pretty subpar. There was one level where I was falling through the map relentlessly. It was around file 5 or 6. It was those flying enemies with those big wings. There's like 4 or 6 of them. And
of course those are crazy.
And of course, there's like platforms that fall, but
Yeah.
this wasn't that. I was actually falling through the map. I had to actually restart the game.
Yeah, there was
The only time I had this issue though, it was only in this one time, one moment. But
that scene was actually in the demo too. When they played it on E3. It's like there's like this area where like you fall, you just like if you step on the platform, it's like where you get like the Beast Legion or something like that. Where if you step on the platform, you just go right through it. But then there's also people fighting there, and you guys know like the camera in this game is. I suggest not even using the lock on in this game, because it gets so crazy with so many things on. It's just better just run towards the enemy you want to hit and then just do a soft lock. You know?
Really, I feel like I feel like the lock on works way better.
I think it's.
there's moments where the lock on
not
gets iffy. There's
because
times where it
It's
happens.
iffy
I
sometimes.
say that because you got those Chimera that like to put the shield around the enemy,
Yep,
and they
the
have that
pink ones,
line.
yep.
You have to lock on to them damn things.
Yeah, and it's
'Cause
hard
you will
to do it
never
sometimes.
find them.
Some of them are up in the sky, and it's
Yeah,
like you're
so
trying
it's-
to point at that, and you're getting smacked by the enemy.
If you there's some of you have to use the lock on, but I'm just talking about if there's enemies on the ground, because the problem is that when you use the camera, you're trying to change the camera, right? If you hit the if you click the stick, that that delocks you, right?
Yeah, it delocks.
Yeah, it delocks you. So sometimes, and like, but if you want to change enemies, you have to press the right on the stick. But what if you want to move the camera as well?
Yeah.
So it's like there's all sorts of things tied to the freaking right stick. Everything's like,
Yeah,
you want to move the
plus
camera, you want to
delete
you want to
it.
change targets, you want to delock. It's all to the right stick. Everything.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to mention though is I love how you can upgrade your legions. It's so amazing how
man.
you can upgrade the
The
attack,
skill
the
tree.
defense to the different levels. The skill trees remind me of Oninaki, how it's so deep and you have so many options. It's really
And I have to give them credit for the special moves they had tethered to each legion. All of them are amazing.
yo
Like,
the sword, the spinning swords around the sword legion.
oh man, what was it? I like the move with the arrow legion where he does a little 60 spinning and shooting the arrow. I was like, man,
Yeah, that one's good
all
too.
these moves are badass. Like
I'll
it's
say
just-
also
I'm
when you
currently
select
18
those
hours
too,
in,
you
by the
have
way.
passive stats that are tied to them too.
Yeah.
So in addition to having, the spinning swords or whatever, your attacking increases or you get so much of a charge over time type. So that it's just good that they kind of bake that kind of stuff in so you can pay attention to those things. And so if you're doing a certain type of build, it's not necessarily just the move you're looking for. There's other passive stats that you're trying to stack as well.
it's
I
so
also like the
deep.
story too, by the way. And yes, it's deep in general, from the skill tree to the story to all the things you can really do in this game. From like we were just talking about the recycling and everything. Like I really do spend like at least an hour every time I'm in a new file recycling all the time.
I'm telling you, I call this the complete package, man. This is Platinum Games' complete package game.
I think it's their magnum opus because I've beat Nier on the 2 hardest levels. I've even played Bayonetta 1 and 2. Like I'd missed Wonderful 101. I missed that.
No,
game. I did.
It might come out for
Fortunately,
port. Maybe there's a port.
hey, Tokyo Mirage Sessions came out instead of Xenoblade Chronicles X and Pikmin 3. I'm shocked, but I'm getting Tokyo Mirage Sessions. That's for sure.
That's because they're working on Xenoblade Chronicles. That's the reason. That's the only reason why we don't have Xenoblade Chronicles X is because they're working on.
It's because we got
Chronicles.
one, and I don't mind. I don't mind because
We're gonna
I
get
want that
Xenoblade
on
Chronicles.
the Switch.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or Xenoblade Chronicles X is
all
coming,
the
or a sequel.
Xenoblade games are
Or a
going to
sequel.
be on the Switch. That's amazing. That's
I just
amazing.
like how Nintendo is telling everybody over and over again how stupid they were for ignoring Wii U.
No, they're not.
Because everybody is clamoring for these Wii U games.
Yep.
You're like, why didn't you just buy a Wii U?
It seems like because people didn't like the system, right? Even if you look at look, I played the Wii U. There's certain things, but I was very vocal in my reviews for Xenoblade and also Xenoblade X, and also for Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Sometimes they tried to force in this Wii U gamepad play that made the game not as enjoyable as it should be, especially with Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I'm so happy that game is coming. Why do you need to look down at the gamepad to answer a cell phone call like that? And if you're using a Pro controller, there should never be a reason why if you can use Pro controller in a game, that should be the only controller that you have to use. Nintendo made it to where some games where you have to use if you're using Pro controller, you have to use the gamepad too. You use 2 controllers in the game, which is I really dislike that design.
Sakurai could do it.
I like doing both. I like
Sakurai
having
could do
I
it.
like having the Pro controller, having the gamepad as a second screen and a map for Xenoblade Chronicles X.
It's great, but it should be an option. Like it should be an option that you don't have. Let's say your gamepad's broken, right, VC? Let's say your gamepad's broken, but you still want to play Xenoblade. Why do you have
Like
to worry about
mine.
having the gamepad? There should be stuff that comes up on the screen. Like there should be an option. I see what you're saying, Shadow Fox, and trust me.
Yeah, it's optional in Xenoblade Chronicles X though.
It's
Like
not
you can
optional.
switch.
If your
is.
gamepad's broken, you can't.
You
can't
need the map
access
and
certain
everything.
things.
OJ, Can
Oh,
you
for the
show-
map part, yes. For the map part, yes, you're right.
Yeah, because I got Xenoblade Chronicles X, but like I didn't know you needed the gamepad for like at all. Like I had the Pro controller for the Wii U, so I got the game for like $10 at GameStop. I come home and I'm like, wow, I really need the gamepad.
That game is
Yeah, if you haven't mined all the Moranium, you're screwed. But if you've done it already, you don't need it anymore.
OJ, can you you can't show anything on the screen, could you?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Well, Platinum just tweeted this, so I think this means what I think it means.
Yeah, I saw what you're talking about. I retweeted it.
You did?
I need to
talked-
see what you're
They talked about platinum game, like making Astral Chain such a huge. They said huge success or a big success. Or
They said
success.
they said thanks to all of you who helped make Astral Chain such a success.
Such a success. There you go.
So that could only mean one thing. If they made that tweet.
Trilogy time, baby. Let's go.
Well, I'm pretty sure I think everybody.
That must mean Astral Chain must be killing those charts.
I know the game did well enough. I mean,
Astral Chart.
Astral Chart, boy.
So I mean, I'll put up the tweet for you guys real quick. They put it in Japanese and they put it up in English.
Just so you guys know, I said before this game was going to surpass Nier in
Nah, don't try to take credit for that, Abaddon.
I did.
I was the only one in here, the first one in here that was saying.
But y'all saw what I said. Y'all saw what I said. I said it before. And I also said I said 5 million easy.
I mean, dude, it's gonna be tough.
Oh no, I believe it. I believe it now.
Nier is on an install base of like 5 gazillion, so that's the only reason why I'm saying it's tough.
Bruh,
it's on PC. It's on PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
OJ, have you looked at the Astral Chain? Has any of y'all looked at the Astral Chain on Twitter?
No, don't get me wrong.
There's people literally uploading Astral Chain stuff every 30 seconds.
I understand, but if you look at it like so far right
every
now,
30 seconds,
promoting all the butt posts if you post those on Twitter too.
Hideki Kamiya will retweet you if you post butt pictures.
Well, I got some Marie on my.
He did retweet some butt pictures though. That was funny.
He retweets a lot.
Yeah, Kamiya, he will retweet butt pictures for sure. He will definitely retweet your butt pictures if you put it out there. Just don't tag him.
Just not of yourself.
Like, I was about to say Kojima will too, on it.
Get that across now.
Oh, I caught that. That was slick. I caught that.
I had to mention it. I knew you were going to say something, Abaddon. I saw you.
That was slick.
We are going to move on from Astral Chain.
I didn't get to talk about.
Oh, I thought you didn't play it.
Yeah, he had some takes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you missed it in the Discord.
I'm gonna be. I mean, I'm already the villain of this episode.
Devil's advocate.
with Pokemon and Luigi's Mansion and all that, so I might as well continue the hate mob. Bring it on.
Combo theory. Here we go.
All right. Everyone in here is gushing and loving Astral Chain. I'm happy for you. Glad it's the perfect game, Baron. I'm glad you found your game of the year. That's great. Happy for you. Keep doing your thing, boo.
The game of the
your game of the year.
Game of the year.
It's both your game of the year. Let's keep it straight.
Definitely not Pokemon Sword and Shield.
I didn't say it was. It's Borderlands 3, but that's fine.
Borderlands.
Oh Lord, Borderlands.
Astral Chain. It's okay. It's a very.
Did you play it yet?
Yeah, I put a few hours into it. I'm not liking the combat. If the whole game was motorcycle, the whole game was motorcycle action like the opening, dope. I'm sold. That's the game I want. The combat, I don't know. There's something about it that just doesn't feel clean to me. Kind of just feels clunky. Not into it. And like you were saying, Abaddon, you're like, yeah, it's like it put it at the front of your backlog. Other games have already came out. It's the back of my backlog right now. I'm not touching it. I got Spyro on the Switch. I got Gears of War tonight. I got Borderlands at the end of next week.
Earlier though, in Spyro.
Yeah, there are, but I'd rather play Spyro, honestly. It's all right.
How big of a fan
I'll get to it
of
eventually.
platinum games in general?
How far have you?
You're only a few hours in. You have to be.
Yeah, a few hours in. I gave it a few hours.
Experience.
I gave it a few
30 hours. This game it takes like 5 hours to get into it.
I think I can
Understand
understand what
Jordan's
Jordan's coming
into it.
I can understand
what
where Jordan's coming from because Jordan is not a platinum games fan. You know.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I like a lot of platinum games. I'm just not into this. I like the vibe. I like the style. The music's great. Just not into the combat.
But you know what?
What's your favorite game?
I've never heard nobody say that. Like the combat of the game. That's great. Okay.
I'm trying to see where you're at right now. But
I'm trying to think. Is there a list of all the games? I'm forgetting some.
I can list off their games.
I mean, unofficially, Beautiful Joe.
List off all.
Yeah, sure.
List off some of the
games.
Bayonetta 2.
If you want to date back to the origins of so we can talk like.
Oh, I love Vanquish. I love Vanquish and I love Bayonetta 1. I didn't play Bayonetta 2.
Vanquish is technically PNO3 with some stuff added to it.
Vanquish is much better than PNO3, but I see where you're coming from.
They added to it.
Vanquish, you have. I mean, Devil May Cry. This is where they've all had their hands like platinum.
Which Devil May Cry? The
original
DMC?
Devil May Cry. The original Devil May Cry.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, the original. Well, Kamiya.
Okay.
Devil May Cry. They've also Okami, Beautiful Joe.
I like Okami. Beautiful Joe.
Okay, we good there.
There was still Clover with Okami, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
This is all
Clover, yeah.
those were Clover or Capcom, and then Mad World.
Yeah, Mad World was.
I like
sick.
Mad
That
World.
was
Mad World
platinum.
was interesting. Yeah.
Mad World.
I like
Then
that.
you also have Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta 2.
I didn't play Bayonetta 2, but I played Bayonetta 1.
Okay.
I like Bayonetta.
Bayonetta
Nier.
1's better in my opinion.
Did they make both Niers or just Nier
They
Automata?
made Nier the new one, the newest Nier.
Near
They didn't
Automata.
make the original Nier.
No, they didn't. No.
Okay, as I have the new Nier, I love the whole vibe of the world. I haven't played it yet, but I've watched people play, and I think I'm gonna like it.
It's a
but I love
really
the
good
original
game.
Nier. Yeah, I think I'd like Nier a lot. I just haven't had time to play it.
Yeah,
It's
there's
in the
also
backlog
God
as
Hand
well.
too, back from their Capcom days.
Yes.
I never played God Hand, but I know about God Hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
So, OJ, you can't end this topic without talking about the obvious thing.
the salt.
The salt.
Ooh.
How Camilla chokeslammed the PS fans on
Yup.
Twitter.
Yeah,
How
Through
Metacritic
two
came
tables.
and slapped the hell out of the PS4 fan base. You
Well,
got to talk.
go ahead and you give us the lowdown on this one. I think this is a
You
Baron
got
topic
this,
to go
Baron.
over.
All you.
Well, here's the lowdown. Everybody was begging.
Hold on, let me drink my Sony water before you get started.
Everybody named Mama was begging for Astral Chain to the point Camilla had to come out on Twitter and say, "Hey, why don't you ask Nintendo to port Mario, Metroid, and Zelda 2 while you at it?" He said, "That is my publisher and investor. You need to ask them." So he got tired of it.
I was
He
actually
pulled an Ed Boon with the Mortal Kombat.
He's like, he got tired of it.
That
So
was
then
actually,
they
that was
just,
actually a nice response from him. Usually they're
Oh,
like,
It was.
He could have been
He-
much
he
ruder.
usually gets more nasty with it.
yeah.
But
It must mean Astral Chain's doing really good.
yeah, and the whole review bombing, which me and OJ made videos on.
I just
Which
Made a
I'll be
lot of
honest-
money off of it
What
too.
was
I
up with
did it for
that?
the, I
Like-
did it, not that I cared. I did it literally just to make 20 something bucks off of it every time because it's an easy $20 on YouTube. So
I know what you're saying, but it was ridiculous. I've never seen a fan base get so mad about a game when they claim the Switch is for kids, when they claim there's no good games on the Switch, but you went through those links to try to damage a game's reputation. That made no sense. I mean,
Why do that when greatness awaits?
those videos, bro, those videos took me literally about 30 minutes to make a pop. Like, they were so efficient, and people watched them. Like 10,000 views on that stupid video about review bombing. I mean, like
it was
$50,
because it was
on that
something
video.
that we never seen before
That's
to that
crazy.
magnitude. It was crazy. It had 1,500 negative reviews. Like you got it ain't like you went to a
Review
website and you
scores. Most of them
Like
didn't even
one.
write a review.
Like
It
one out
of 10.
dropped a 0 and left, made another account, drop a 0 left, and he did that for like an hour each. Like
it's like, bro, that was ridiculous. I've never seen nothing like that. And for Metacritic to come out and remove all of them, and then after they removed them, they retweeted Astral Chain in its score, saying, "Kiss my ass." That's basically what they told him. It was amazing.
The scores went up a point on Metacritic, right? So it's actually went up
Yeah,
to an 88. So-
88.
88. It got another 10 out of 10 today. So we're looking at an 89 in probably a day.
That's
So-
I don't get it. What's the big deal? Like Sony and Microsoft are gonna catch up to Nintendo in next generation, right? 2020 they got new consoles. So what's the big deal? Why are they like
They just hate
Let
it.
Astral Chain
That's
do what
all
it
it
do.
is.
You got to understand when it comes to Sony fan base, they just don't have any games to brag about right now. So they're trying to damage everybody else's stuff. That's
Sony
pretty much
always
what it
wins,
is.
baby.
Sony always wins, apparently. You know,
Yo,
if-
PS5 is gonna be PS3. Just
Jordan
watch.
just put up a review on Metacritic right now, giving Astral Chain a 0 out of 10, saying bad game and boring, nothing special about it, just hack and slash with boring.
Needs more
storyline."
spice.
Thanks a lot,
Hack and
Jordan, for
slash?
lowering the review score on the Metacritic here, Jordan.
Jordan did just do that.
No, wait,
Jordan
OJ.
did that.
Astral
You're welcome.
Chain is a beat 'em up. It's a beat 'em up.
He just gave it a 0. It says Jordan Fringe right here. It says Jordan Fringe on the
Jordan is
Metacritic
such
right
a-
here, dude.
Jordan is such a troll.
That's a
bro.
cool Cubone shirt. I just noticed that Cubone shirt. That's actually pretty dope.
That's my merch.
Is it?
That's my merch. Cubone Crew.
Oh, okay, I need to buy
It's
that.
if
Do you have
half
tanks?
the proceeds. Yeah, half the proceeds go to Nami.
Oh,
So
if you got tanks, I'm down. I'm definitely copping a tank tonight.
I can make one. I can put
Can you
one
make
up.
a tank real quick, my man, or like later?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
And I'll cop one tonight.
Oh Lord, what the hell?
All right, so let's go ahead. I think we should move to the next topic. We're gonna start wrapping up things here. Gears 5, and then we're gonna talk about movie real quick. I'm at the round things out. Gears 5. I want you guys' quick impressions in terms of what you guys have seen. I think Kid Smooth had a meltdown. I don't know if you guys watched that. My boy Kid Smooth.
I was there.
I watched it. It was
He's
hilarious.
a friend of the show. We all like him here, and he had a meltdown on Twitter and also on stream.
Oh man.
So yeah,
And 85 is
so
a great
hard, man.
review, a great score in my opinion. 85
It's an
is
86 now, so
86.
I don't know why he meltdown. I
because it was
don't get it.
85 when he was having his meltdown.
Yeah, he wanted them to be a 90 or higher.
Yeah.
I understood that, but that wasn't realistic.
It's not a
going
90
to
game.
I like that he was mad that he didn't get a review copy or an early copy.
Yo, that
he
was
was
the
like,
best.
he's like technical. This person got one. He doesn't even play Gears. I
The
play Gears.
game
I
is
didn't
damn
get
near
one.
free right now. Like, just get.
Bro, and literally,
Yeah.
you could play it tonight if you get
But he wanted
Gamepad Ultimates for $2.
But he wanted a
For too much.
review copy because he's been a big fan of Gears. Because he's been a
Okay,
big fan.
I've been a big
Xbox
fan of a
and
lot of things, and
you
I
got your
don't get
Spyro-
my way.
You got your Spyro review copy, didn't you?
Okay, that's the difference. I led the charge of a Spyro creator, right?
I'll be
I
honest,
created this.
he's-
He didn't create the Gears of
No,
War wave.
But he's been one of the people that really been when people have been crapping on
Sure.
Gears of
How
War,
big is he?
he's
How
been
big is
not
he on
crapping it.
YouTube? How big is he online?
I mean,
Size wise?
But Kid Smooth, he's
got
not
almost 10K
he's not a,
subs.
Probably average size
Yeah,
compared
he's
to
got
like
less
the
than-
big
he's got less
guys.
than-
he's not crumb side.
Yeah, he's got less than 10K
bad.
subs, so obviously he's not.
Okay, so
not
that's
massive.
why they're not looking at him. That's the unfortunate truth.
Apparently, he ponied out somebody that has less subs than him or less clout than him, and they.
But
got
that
him.
means they're doing something else that has promotions and ties with another company,
That's true.
or
You're right about that.
review
It's about who
codes.
you know.
There's a million ways.
It's about
Exactly.
who you know, not exactly sometimes your size. It's about who. There's people that don't get
Right,
Nintendo
but if
review
you don't
codes.
know anyone, they will 100% judge you by your size and treat you by your size,
That's
and that's
true.
a fact that I've learned.
Yes,
So,
that is
yep.
100% true. You do got to know people in order to get some things earlier, whatever the case is. Because yeah, there's some places that are obviously some size they get stuff, and it's like, well, okay, that person got that, but you know, some people were. I think somebody. I'm not gonna say who, but somebody hit me like, well, why did you get Torna Golden Country review codes? And this is a guy that has 100,000 reviewers plus. I'm like, what are you trying to say here, buddy? I was like, wait, are you trying to say, are you mad? Like, because he kind of said like snobby-ish to me. I was like, okay, you know, like, all right.
He trying to say get your views up. That's what he's trying to say. But
he averages a lot
like,
of
why?
views, and he does a lot.
No,
of
it's more like stop being such a sourpuss about the situation, dude. You're really like after that meltdown. You think they're ever gonna want to work with you in
It
the
was
future?
no,
entertaining,
never.
though. It was very.
It
It was entertaining,
His-
but at the
his
same time, I
meltdown-
was sad. Every time he tweeted, I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
you're just digging this grave deeper, man.
Just do you.
You
though.
really think that would affect him for the
I
future?
agree,
His
Rob.
meltdown was really at. Not,
I think I know what we're talking
Gears.
about.
He was pushed. He was repping Gears, and I mean, I think that
He was repping Gears. He was just getting at the review scores and reviewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't called for it. Like, so my thing is this. Like, so, like, I'm a Gears of War fan,
Okay.
right? Like,
I know what
I'm
you're talking
addicted to active reload. I'm addicted to the cover mechanic. Like,
Mhm.
unless that changes in the Gears of War game, I'm gonna automatically assume that it's gonna be fun. And for 3 sequels, I've been right. So I haven't played Gears 5 yet. I plan on playing it maybe tonight. If not, I don't play it tonight, then I'll go ahead and buy a physical copy tomorrow. But I don't plan on being disappointed. So I don't know why you would be.
He lost the bet too. He also lost the bet.
There was a
He
bet
made
on
a bet
it.
on
that.
There was some kind of clout on the line.
Yeah. There was some.
So
So you mad?
Because he explained if he was more calm. Like I want to see another video from him. He actually had some good points when it comes to like Gears, the previous Gears, and then this Gears. From what I've seen, this Gears seems to be a lot better than Gears 4. But there's barely any improvement in the review score. So he does have a point there. I was like, okay, well, he's right about
and Gears
that.
4 doesn't disappoint me. So
Gears 4 is kind of trash. I'll be on. I played Gears 4.
Whoa,
I don't like Gears 4.
whoa!
I don't like
I'm recently
Wow.
finishing up a new playthrough of it. It's okay.
The single
Whoa,
player is a
let's stop
ripoff.
it.
It's kind of a ripoff of Mass
Stop
Effect
it.
2. The storyline is.
I just don't like that. Nothing. Okay, like replaying it. I'm literally in the 4th act of the game, right towards the later half of the game, and literally the progression of where you start in the story to where you're at. It's like you've barely done anything. And I will say this after just recently replaying the 3rd game. The 3rd game did the same thing as well. It's not this big journey. It's literally just a chunk of just going through a same area for a full chapter, and you don't do much. You're at one place, you're at a house, then you're in underground, and that's all we've done so far. Like, it doesn't feel like we've done a lot.
That's the problem when you do a game like that, and there's
so I can understand that.
There's no upgrades, there's no anything. It puts a focus on the story, and if nothing's happening, then nothing's happening, and that's how I feel.
Oh, but also
nothing's happening.
But also, Baron, I know we've argued about this before, like the side characters, because Kate's like the main person now in 5, which I'll be playing later on. I still don't really care about her, and I don't know the other guy's name. I've been playing the game. I don't know the other guy's name.
It's not relevant. Like, dropping.
But apparently, these side characters are where the story's going. I don't care. I don't know who they are still.
Well, I mean,
I know Kate's name is Kate, but they haven't even said the other guy's name. All he goes is JD. Calm down, man. Like, that's all he said. I don't know who is he? What is he doing? Whose son is he? I don't know him. Whose man is this?
Every review I have seen have said they do a good job of flushing out every character in the story.
But the gameplay.
So your biggest gripe is addressed.
I hope so. I'm giving it a chance. I want to play it. I'm ready to go. My controller's there. I've been playing through the other ones to get ready. I've gone through them all.
When I'm doing this, like, how does it feel? And it feels the same to me. It feels great. So I don't. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm going to be on it. The story can be because let's be honest, Gears story is kind of all over the place, and it's being overly serious and deep for zero reason. You need a reason to sit in front of something and shoot people. Like, so just set that up, and I'm okay. Put me there and go from there. Really, you can make another campaign that just says these are the CPUs. Go kill them, and I'll be entertained.
That's what it used to be about, just slaughtering enemies.
Just being completely honest with you, I'll be if you just put that in front of me and said, "Look, we don't have a reason for you to kill these guys. Just go kill the locusts, go," and I'll do it.
That's boring. I like to have some more substance with the gameplay. That's what I'm like about Gears 5. That's why I'm gonna actually play it and play through it. Gears 4 was the Gears game. Like, I just didn't want to finish it. I beat every Gears game except for that one. I can't.
I will say the more I'm playing 4, the less I'm enjoying 4. I think 4 starts out pretty good. Aside from the whole robot crap, I don't like all the robot stuff. And they're like, oh, it's all done by this. No, just give me actual like grubs, which the rest of the game gets into that, and that's fine. But I will say there's a lot of things with 5 that are impressing me that I'm seeing. The graphics, by the way, are ridiculous. I watched some of the multiplayer with Linda Hamilton from Terminator. Like, they have Sarah Connor in there. That shit looked real. Like, that's pretty damn impressive. And now that I'm playing Gears of War 4, the enhanced version, because when I originally played it, it was on the regular Xbox One. Now it's the enhanced X version.
Yeah,
it is a very good looking game. 4 is really good looking, so I can only imagine how good 5 is going to look in 4K here
4K
in an
60
hour
on the Xbox One.
4K 60, and I got it ready to go. I'm very excited to check it out. I'm still worried about the campaign, but of course, going into it open minded. So yeah. Also, what's weird, because like I'm getting it 4 days early because of this. I got a notification from Amazon that's like, yeah, your copy's coming in the mail tomorrow anyway too. So I'm getting my copy, my physical, because I got the Steelbook. I guess that was coming out early as well. But yeah, no, I'm excited for Gears. I'm in it. All right, I've talked a lot of crap about it, but that's just me being nervous. So hopefully next week when we talk, I'll come back very positive about it, and hopefully Baron will be really positive about it too. But next Thursday symbolizes the last day I'll be playing it, because the day after, or that night actually, I might not even be on the podcast because Borderlands drops that night.
I'm surprised you're going to be playing both at the same time, Borderlands and just.
It's hard.
Here on the podcast.
You think if I have Borderlands in my hand, I'm gonna put that down for a damn thing?
Who said you were putting it down? You just keep playing while you're here.
All I care about is Borderlands.
It's hard to play
Borderlands like it's Astral Chain or something. I don't.
Yeah, like Astral Chain is it's me and Borderlands. That's all I care about.
It's hard to play 2 shooters at one time. I will say that.
Yeah. And they put Daemon X Machina on the same day as Borderlands.
Good luck.
I know I'm getting Daemon X
to the slaughter.
To the grave. They sent that to slaughter and be forgotten about.
Borderlands 3 isn't on the Switch, so
I know, but like no one's that day. No one's you're going to be like the only channel talking about it. Hey guys, I got Daemon X Machina, and everyone's like, Borderlands 3. What the fuck are you talking about?
Daemon X
I can
Machina
say I
isn't
get
even
both.
on the pre-purchase chart.
Hey,
like,
but
for
the thing is, I'm
bestsellers
gonna
list.
tell you
Come
this.
on.
I don't think that's going to be the most talked about thing, honestly. I think that Modern Warfare beta is going to feel a lot of attention.
no, the regular game will do fine. The beta not get more attention than Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 will flood YouTube. Go
Borderlands
look at
3
all
is
the
gonna be-
Borderlands stuff.
Borderlands 3 is gonna sell
Everybody's
really well. It's
riding
gonna
that
be good.
for
Well, that depends
hard.
on what Game Impress does to manufacture consent.
Guys, I'm telling you right now, Borderlands 3 is going to sell very. It's going to be.
No, I'm not gonna say Borderlands 3 ain't gonna sell. I'm talking about as far as like what everybody's gonna be talking about.
People are gonna be talking about Borderlands 3.
I got
I
those
think it's
people
gonna be split up.
in the chat. They're like, "I'm getting Daemon X Machina rather than
Like,
Borderlands
no.
3." Cool. I don't care. Get what you want to get.
Exactly.
I'm not buying Daemon X Machina. I'm getting Borderlands
I
3,
ain't either.
not Daemon X Machina.
Jordan, I will
I'm not
say
a real
this:
gamer.
the only game that's sent out to die is Code Vein. That's the only game that's gonna be sent out to die.
Well,
Who's
Everything
even
else will be
talking
fine.
about it aside from that your
That's a
comment?
hard life right there.
Nobody is
Code
talking
Vein
about
Code Vein is a wait for $25 game anyway. So I mean, it really is
That's a hard
that type
life.
of. It's going to be. First of all, it's Bandai Namco, so you always wait for its $25 because it's Bandai Namco. So that's a wait for it till it's $25 Black Friday.
More
great
like
game.
Code Lame.
No, the game's actually good. It's actually good.
Oh, then why aren't you buying it?
Why am I not buying? Because there's too much stuff. I'm gonna get it later. I'll pick it up later.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking.
Wait a minute,
Shit,
hold on. I'm getting a review. I'm getting a review code.
Even better.
I'm getting no.
Look at you,
Bandai
Mr. 53K.
Bandai Namco actually ships me the games, so I'm getting a review code. Or a review. They ship it to me physically, so I'm gonna get the game. Never mind. But I'll buy the game. I'll buy the game too on a different.
Why would you buy it then?
Because I like to support certain.
Bro,
stuff.
you're bad
For
with
the
your money.
culture.
If they're
For the
sending you the
culture,
physical
that's what it's
one,
all about.
I'm not bad with it. It's just good to support the developer sometimes if you like a product, right?
Well, it's going to be an interesting weekend next weekend because you got 3 shooters that's going to be vying for people's time. So
All I want to say about Daemon X Machina is that it's the only Nintendo IP or Nintendo licensed project that's not on the bestsellers list yet on the eShop. And every single other title that's coming out after the Daemon X Machina is on that top 30.
Whoa! That don't mean anything.
Oh, it means a lot.
No, it doesn't because Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 didn't get on there till 3 days before it came out.
hey, I want to retract a statement earlier where I said my least excited game to not play, like the game I don't want to play is Luigi's Mansion 3. I'm actually going to put Daemon X Machina in front of that, and then second, Luigi's Mansion. I'd rather play Luigi's Mansion than Daemon X Machina.
Y'all gonna stop all this Daemon X hate?
No offense to the game, but it's
going
totally
right to the slaughter on its own.
It's literally coming in a window where I don't care about it and I'm gonna forget about it, and that's just what it is. Unfortunately, Daemon X Machina, you're not for me. But for Blanket 6 in the chat, who's getting that clearly over Borderlands 3, just to let me know, who also doesn't care. Congratulations. I hope you have fun with the game. I hope anyone who buys it loves the game and it's great. But I also don't care.
Man, these people still trying to find new stuff in the demo right now.
I'm gonna play the game because
The first demo.
It's a unique game. We don't get next games at all, so I'm gonna play because it's like a fun game to play. That's
Let me know when they make a real Gundam game again.
A real Gundam game? Oh god,
Shots.
Yeah.
Gundam games have been
It's
horrible.
called Daemon X Machinima.
It's called
Get it
Daemon
out.
X.
God damn it, Baron. Baron, we've said it 75 times. Say it right.
He said it purposely that time.
I know.
I'm still waiting on Robotech Crystal Dream, so
Oh, finally. Where's that at?
I want a Rogue Squadron remake.
that was the
That's what I
Ultra
want.
64.
Gundam games haven't been good. Like the best Gundam game I've played is like Gundam Wing Endless Waltz on like the damn.
Can we get like a
Famicom.
Metabots game?
In fact, that's the best Gundam game that I ever played, and that was a 2D fighting game for the Famicom that never got released here in the West. And that's the best Gundam game that I've ever played. And I've played all the Gundam games, but they're all bad. They're literally all legit like bad games.
Because they got
much.
Randy Pitchfork instead of Randy Pitch. Oh, the chat is fucking savage, man.
It's
Whole
nice
notion
and
to the
savage.
panel,
everyone's just.
Oh yeah,
shit
it's the
talking.
PE Village. It's how it is on podcast night.
And I'll say this real quick, and I want to point out one thing. Shadow of Nexus, your opinion is irrelevant. After what you tweeted to me today, bro, your opinion.
You said the director's a 6 out of 10. Shadow
Your
Nexus,
opinion,
stop.
your opinion, Shadow, and you notice how I ignore you a lot of times, Shadow of Nexus. It's purposefully. Just want to let you know
My
because
dude
your
said
opinion,
DMX
not
is
on
good.
David X Machina, not on that because you can have opinion, but just your opinion in general is just irrelevant because you tweet at me stuff and like that, and I'm not listening to anything you say. Okay, just I just want to let you know. Because he
Well,
tweets at me
shit.
stuff.
Tell him how you really feel. I mean,
just saying,
I don't.
it's irrelevant
I mean,
to
he leaves weird comments on some of my videos, but I don't complain about it.
You complain about Ethan R all the time.
Yeah, but that's kind of playful. We have like a back and forth.
And I'm having a playful thing with Shadow Next, who's tweet storing me at times.
I don't know if that's playful. I heard
it is playful. I said his opinion is irrelevant.
Don't worry, Jordan. OJ gives you hate all the time.
I said his opinions are irrelevant. Do I actually mean his opinions are relevant? No, his opinion it's relevant if he feels like it's relevant. But to me, it's not relevant right now. So there you
All
go.
right, what about SNES games on the Switch? Let's talk about that.
Who cares?
Wait a minute.
Let's talk
it's
about
already-
that $30
Nah,
controller.
bro. It's already 11:20, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and talk an hour about some crappy SNES games. Cool, they're on the system. Congratulations.
We're not talking about
play
Super, we're not talking about Super. Just
When
go-
I mean, everybody wanted it so damn bad.
I'm
They
glad
said,
it
"Oh,
was
it's hard."
free.
Fuck Borderlands. We don't have to talk about shit. I don't care. Lifestyle stuff. Baron, what'd you do today? Did you
No,
get
we
a
gotta
haircut?
get into the movie. We're gonna stop
get
there.
have a lot more to
the
go
movie
through,
topic,
Jordan.
but I want to know when they drop
have 40
from
more
Borderlands.
minutes.
When does the reviews drop from Borderlands? Do you know?
I don't know. I didn't get a review copy. I don't know.
Okay, that's all.
I guess they'll drop at the beginning of next week. I assume.
This man said Death Stranding better than Daemon X Machina.
I'd rather play Peace than
Wow,
man.
that's
Facts.
disrespectful.
Now we're talking. Death
Yeah.
Stranding 100% more interesting
Literally,
than David
Peace
X
standing
Machina.
over Daemon X
Wow.
Machina.
Like how? Like
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that game.
Yeah, exactly. I get
know
to
enough
walk
about
across
Death
the
Stranding to
U.S.
want it.
I get to walk across an abandoned U.S. peeing versus flying around in a mech. I'm gonna go pee across the United States. That sounds a
That
lot
sounds
more
so much better to pee instead of flying around
Dude,
in a mech.
if I can, if the
Well,
whole
it's a
game, if they
pretty
can
barren
cancel the
area in
story
Daemon
and just
X.
have it a
Yeah.
pee simulator, that's all I want to play is a pee simulator with Norman
so
Reedus.
much. You're right. It sounds so
I
much
can't
more
co-sign on
entertaining.
that one.
But let's talk. Let's
I'm
get into
all
this
about
last thing. We're gonna end off with the Bad Boys the new trailer. It's called Bad Boys for Life.
For life.
Yeah, for life. New trailer.
Yeah, for life, the third one.
Yeah, so I want to go around the horn. We'll start off. I'm not sure has everybody seen it. Abaddon, you seen it? Everybody seen the trailer?
Nah, I missed it.
Okay, well then we'll skip you then.
How you miss it? It's go watch it.
Me, I have a
It didn't
job. Wait, I have
come
a-
and go away. It's still there. It's
Well,
still there.
sure,
It didn't go anywhere.
I mean, I missed it today before this. That's
He's
what I meant,
busy,
before
man.
this
He's got
conversation.
kids. He's got a job, man. Y'all need to.
It's 2.5 minutes.
Man, you need to stop it, Jordan.
Two and a
Hey,
half.
man, go watch it, man.
You could
It's
have,
2
you could have,
minutes.
hopped in the
Listen,
bathroom.
I'll watch it
and
right
taken a
now.
shit
I'll watch
and
it right
just
now,
watched
okay?
All right, he's
All
gonna
right.
watch it right now. Baron, you're gonna give us your thoughts on it quickly.
Man,
Good
outstanding.
opinions.
Outstanding. The first two were amazing. I love that franchise. I'm sad to see it end, but at least we get the third one. They are the best comedy duo ever. Martin and Will.
Oh,
like
ooh.
I
Way
can't-
better than Jordan.
in movies.
Wait a
in
minute,
movies.
Jackie
in
Chan
movies.
and Chris Tucker. Oh,
Hell yeah!
Jackie Chan's not a comedian.
well, he was funny in Rush
It
Hour.
was pretty funny.
They are the best comedy duo in movies. Like I love that.
Oh, that's a bold statement, man. There's
is.
a lot of
That's a
comedy
bold-
duos out there.
Nobody has the chemistry they
Dumb
got.
and
They
Dumber
just
is probably
they just
the
flow
closest.
together, bro.
What about
Dumb and Dumber comes close, but these
And
two
maybe
guys.
Ricky Bobby.
and Bill and Ted? Bill and Ted, dude. Excellent Adventures.
Nah, I can't put them over Will and
No,
Martin.
I wouldn't put him
I'm
over
not
that.
gonna
I'm
lie.
just being stupid.
But yeah, I can't wait for this. I'm seeing this open tonight. I've been waiting for this. Even though Martin Lawrence looked like he gained about 90 pounds, it's all
Of
good.
course.
But he's still funny as hell,
Good.
and
Yeah.
I'm ready to see this. Open tonight, I'm there.
My boy was looking plump. Like I was talking to Jordan. He was looking extra plump. Extra plump. You know, he looked like he ate a lot of steaks.
Yeah, he was looking like Martin Largents.
Oh, God.
Come on, Lauren Larson.
Like the chat say, he got super thick.
That looked like the Nutty Professor, bro. I mean, he was looking big.
Bro, my man's head looked like a whole peanut.
Yeah.
Hey, no, he looked like Big Mama.
Yeah,
He
that's
really
what-
did.
He doesn't have to dress up anymore.
Martin Lawrence, 5'2", 300 pounds, bro.
Just throw a wig on him. Big Mama's House 5. You good to go.
How was Martin Lawrence 5'2", 300 pounds, bro? How'd you get this man looking like about the retired lineman?
He's not just Big Mama. He's Big Mama and the house, bro.
That
we were
man
talking
wake up in the morning eat
With a
pork chop.
garage.
real quick. So we all think that the trailer's amazing, right? Like, and we were talking about
Okay.
this.
Looks good.
Like,
All right.
Did you guys think Jordan was talking about that maybe it's like one of the jokes is that well he's retiring so he's like gaining weight. Do you guys think that they didn't make him lose weight for the role, or what do you guys think that? Why is he so big?
I think
They don't have to.
No, he was already overweight when they was talking about the Martin TV show because I seen the TMZ interview on that. So they probably used that as part of the script. He came in and he was that size. Let's just run with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that way he didn't have to lose weight. So I think that's what happened.
So the thing that scares me about this film is that it's a January release. January is notorious for all films where they drop a bunch of films in January that studios know that aren't going to make money because they're bad. All studios drop bad films in January. There's sometimes a good film in January, so there's that hope. But most films in January are shit horror films or shit films that they couldn't sell that aren't that good that the studio's like, it's not worth promoting that well. We'll throw it in January. And I think it will do well just because it is Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, it's Bad Boys. I still think it's going to do well. I don't know if this movie is going to be amazing. I liked a lot of the jokes in the trailer, but this could be an issue where the best jokes are in the trailer and the movie is just kind of, So I did like it opened great. Starts off with the beautiful car. Everything's nice, and then boom, knocks it open. And then of course the ending was probably the funniest bit for me when he's like, "No, it's really hard. It took a long time to learn the lyrics because if you watch the other Bad Boys movies,
So he just said exactly.
He
He
messed
goes,
it up.
Miss Ma,
Miss Hey." It's like you don't even know lyrics. Like I know lyrics. So there's charm. Like it brought me back to the last two movies, but I'm still worried that I know the film was made for a lower budget. I know that the directors for this are first-time directors. I know that Michael Bay isn't directing this; he's barely producing, if that. I think. I know Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are going to be fine because their chemistry's great. But is the movie, the story, what they're telling, what they're doing? This has been a film that they've been trying to get off the ground for about 5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's the last one. If this bombs, it's the last one. But when they planned this one, there was supposed to be a Bad Boys 3 and 4, and it was going to be Bad Boys for Life and then an untitled Bad Boys 4. So. We'll see how this one does. It's a January film. That could mean anything.
They might have to replace Martin Lawrence with Michael B. Jordan, though, the way that he's eating.
Oh, Lord. Michael B. Jordan.
Might have to replace him with Michael B., dude. I'm dead serious. They might have to replace him with Michael B. in the next one.
They're gonna make it take place 20 years later and have Michael B. Jordan be Martin's son and work with Will Smith.
Do you think they'd make him eat so his name would be Michael B. Eaton and then he'd be big as Lawrence?
No, Michael B. He knows how to get in shape for a role. I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying?
Creed 2, man. Holy shit.
That gym life, man.
Bro, that whole training montage in the mid half of Creed 2. Bro, I don't even think I've seen a person more fit than that. Like not even The Rock. Like, dude, Michael B. Jordan's like fit, like disgustingly
because
cut.
he's small. He's small though. He's not a big guy.
Right,
but
he was
like in Black Panther too.
But he's more fit in Creed 2. Like he doubled up for Creed 2. It looks like.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you now. To get that lean is hard.
It's hard.
Yes.
And have that muscle mass. That is difficult.
But like people think that he's bigger. People think that he's bigger than he actually is.
Yeah, cut.
Well, that's how the camera shoots.
Well, because Michael B. Jordan is barely, and we're talking barely 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? Like barely. Like he might be about 5'10", 5'11". So he looks a lot bigger than he actually is, but he's not. He's actually not a big dude at all. You know. So, but he looks great. But what Baron was saying, to get that type of lean, it is difficult. Even if you eat right, you work out, getting that type of that's crazy. So shout outs to him for that. Martin can maybe use some tips, but Martin's old though. He's older, so it's hard. So
that's no excuse.
Will is still in decent shape, so Martin should have no excuse. There's no excuse for
we need Black Knight too.
The more you age, the harder it is. The harder it is. Sometimes people are born with better genetics when it comes to just your body and stuff like that. Some people just have a 6-pack, right? Have you ever met those people that have a 6-pack just because they don't do anything?
Or some people just naturally active like that, where they always keep it.
Hey, but here's the thing. Nutrition still plays the major role in all of it.
You're right. I've seen dudes eat
85% of it is still nutrition.
And I agree, but I've seen dudes when I said like I went to Fresno.
Some people eat what they want and
Fresno
still
State. And Ryan Matthews, he was the running back for Baron. I know you know Ryan Matthews.
Yeah.
He was just exactly what he eats. Dude's just buff and big and fast. He's just 4'4". He's just 6-pack, and he can eat whatever he wants. And he's just buffer and bigger and faster than everybody. And it was just like he was like a freak of genetic nature because he just wasn't like he had a better diet, but the dude was just crazy. So I don't know, man. It is tough though. It's rough, man. But
oh my god.
I work with guys that they literally
The hell is
they
this?
ate pork chops every Sunday, and they still just like they're killing it on the 40. So I don't. It just depends. It depends on your
Who's eating pork chops?
genetics, really. But
Jordan, that was probably the worst Martin movie ever.
No, Black Knight sequel when?
Ugh.
He needs to lose the weight to get back to Black Knight fitness.
Ugh.
Big Mama's House too.
Nah, Black Knight was brutal. That was
No,
it's
OJ,
absolutely
what's that,
awful,
class
but-
in Fire Emblem?
Big Mama's
The
House
Armor
3
Knight
are
class.
arguably worse.
That's
No,
what
Black Knight is
Martin
worse.
Lawrence looks like.
than any Big Mama's house.
So I didn't see this trailer, but I'm pretty sure that I know Tyler Perry's gonna get paid because they did a lot of filming down here and a lot of photo ops and whatnot since the beginning of the year and late last year. So
They filmed majority of it in Miami.
They did a lot of scenes here in Georgia. So
No, they did a lot.
I
of
mean, they
scenes.
have to,
No,
but yeah.
No, in the opening scene, that was downtown Atlanta. That was
yeah.
No, yeah, no, I'm saying they always film in
That's
Atlanta.
a nice car too. Jeez, that's a nice.
Yeah, I remember when they was closing down roads for. So I remember they was doing that. They filmed a lot here. I don't know what part of the movies.
Like I said,
I
Tyler
mean,
Perry
everything's
got paid.
shot in Atlanta. So
The Georgia logo would be at the end of this film on the credits.
oh, it's always you always see a little Georgia peach.
So
Yeah.
real quick,
there.
I did want to say with the whole Shadow of Nexus thing, the reason why I said that to him is because he said that the original Xenoblade looks better than the remake. That's the reason why I said your opinion is invalid. I just want to let the chat know that.
Wait, what do you say? Your mic cut out.
He said that the original Xenoblade looks better than the remake. He told me that
Oh,
on Twitter.
stop it! Stop.
Oh,
Wait,
that's a
what?
troll comment.
Should be bad.
That's a troll.
Hey man, he sound like
I
what's
mean, is he wrong though?
wrong with that
I'm
dude?
kidding. I'm kidding.
You got blind people out here.
He's
People
that,
forgetting Shulk ugly.
this is the shot
Are you
right here.
high?
So yeah, this
People don't know the difference
mean,
between
not right
64
now.
by
You said-
64 textures and 1024 by 10.
he was saying that the original game looks better. So this
I'll
is the
tell you
comment.
this remake does look better than Xenoblade 2.
Well,
Yeah,
it's off
well,
that
Shulk-
corner
Shulk's
engine
model
more than
does.
likely.
Damn.
Those model definitely looks better.
Yeah, it looks better because
the environments. It looks like they gotten a little bit better. with the
they're
hardware.
using their new Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torn of the Golden Country started using a part of their new engine or their new rendering. So
Okay.
this game probably fully implemented their new engine that they are doing. So Torna looks better. Torna looks better than 2 and looks better than the original, of course, because that's what they started doing. So yeah, this game probably uses the full thing of that. So yeah.
Not that that's a bad thing because Xenoblade Chronicles X was using the original Xenoblade engine in 8, and that's a lot to fit in 1 gig around, man, and it worked. So I can only imagine what they're gonna do with 3 gigs around.
Hey, yo, OJ.
Yeah.
I actually got to bounce.
Yeah, we're done right here. So we're gonna wrap it up. We're done.
No
so everybody
question.
just give your Avalon, give your outros, and then we'll wrap it up.
Hi guys, I'm Evan Smith. Nice to meet you.
Where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me at Evan Smith, YouTube Evan Smith or ASVG Beats. Tomorrow I'm actually coming out with a Terry Bogard sample remix. So
Oh,
Make sure you title it "Are You Okay?"
yeah, that's what I did with mine.
I mean that's what VC did. So I got to think of something else.
Hell no, I'm copy.
No, I'm telling you, it works. So
Hey,
I looked up.
do another
the
Astral
algorithm.
Chain Salt remix.
All right, so Baron, where can they find you?
You know what?
Oh, you can find me on that Astral Chain gang. No, let me. You can find me on my YouTube. If you want to see more of my Pokemon Sword and Shield, Curry on Rice rant is in my new video. Astral Chain Game of the Year. It's amazing. Follow me on Twitter. My latest tweet is hilarious. It has yes, because everybody's going crazy on it.
Is that the Sony Water one?
No, it's the one with DMX crying.
Oh god.
So, yeah, y'all need to go look at that one. That thread is hilarious, man. I can't wait for this Gears 5, this Daemon X Machina, the 2 biggest games coming out in September. And, ready to go.
Next up is VC. VC, where can they find you at, my man?
You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, VCIPZ, VSips. Like Abaddon said, I have a Terry Beauregard, Are You Okay? theme mashup video. Mostly it was just a meme, just to make fun of the Gen Z kids that don't know anything about fighting games. But they play Smash, the best fighting game in the world. I also have an Oninaki review that I'm also going to put in the chat. If you all could check that out, that'd be great. I got like 1.7 thousand views off of the Are You Okay right now, so that's awesome. Just because I didn't expect that to do anything. I literally just woke up one morning. I'm like,
You
let me
got
just spend
what?
20 minutes to make a video real quick.
Almost 2K
Literally.
views on his like Terry Bogard. Are you okay? Like just little music.
Yeah, I made it
I
like.
thought
a
he said
day before.
107,000. I'm like, what?
One,
Oh, no.
1.7. 1.7.
Yeah, but for a gaming video, for me, like I just started recently with gaming videos, so getting that high up already is pretty good in my opinion. And I thank everyone who watched it, and it means a lot. So I just put that in the chat if you want to check that out.
That's good. That's good.
Thanks. And I also have my Oninaki review. I'm gonna add that to the chat in just a moment, and I should hopefully have an Astral Chain review and a Super Kirby Clash review, and I also have a few songs coming out over the weekend. So should be pretty good.
Check out all the stuff on the channel.
And yep, thank you.
Jordan, where can they find you at, my man?
You can find me on the internet.
There you go. On the
The
internet.
interwebs.
Did you make that Cubone tank?
I did. I linked it in the Discord chat.
Oh, okay. I'll
Scroll up.
Okay. Well, I can't say it right now, but I'll say it right afterwards. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You can find him on the internet. So Jordan Fringe, check out his channel, Jordan Fringe, for all his Fringe stuff. So yeah, there you go. Next up is Shadow Fox. Shadow Fox, where can they find you at, my man?
Road Ninja K9 Descent. You can find me behind the trail of tears of people crying on Twitter. In addition to that, so I'll actually be doing a shout probably this weekend, and it's going to be a touchy subject because I have people that agree with me and disagree with me on different things with regarding the technology behind Nintendo Switch Online. So I'll pull up the packet captures and everything to explain to not so technical people that your opinion doesn't matter with regards to that. So
Your opinions are relevant.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about facts and facts only and how it works. So with regards to people subscribing and doing different things and whatnot, like availability is the primary function of being online. And your online service should be graded as such. It has nothing to do with little check boxes as far as do you have a friends list?
It does. Yeah. Well, save it for that, Shadow Fox.
Yeah.
Save
We'll talk about it then. So just follow me on there and get me to 1,000 subscribers so I can send memos out on YouTube when it comes up. So follow me on there, Shadow Fox Infinite, Shadow Fox Prime, and Shadow Fox RK on Twitter.
All right.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say and the next person, but that's me. So you guys know where I'm at on my channel. So
Right here.
I'm right here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for keeping you guys late, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back tomorrow morning. I have a very big video that's going to piss people off tomorrow morning that I'm going to be doing.
What that is?
It's going to be talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake. So it's going to end Xenoblade. So we're gonna piss some people off.
I actually was thinking about
this earlier today. I'm ready.
I was thinking about that.
We're gonna piss some people off tomorrow morning. So yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the video. It's not gonna be 6. It might be 6 a.m. It might not. It just depends if I feel like working on it tonight or not. But anyway, I got a video coming up.
You know what? I'm watching. I'm front and center, man.
Yeah. So it might piss.
You know how I feel
people
about Final Fantasy VII Remake. So
I'm proud, OJ. I'm proud of you because I was thinking about doing the same.
The dislikes are gonna be high in this one, but as I've told you guys, I'm a streamer now, so I don't give a shit. Watch my video.
That's a goal. Dislike, man. That's a goal. Goals.
So no, I'm joking with that. I obviously care about you guys watching the videos and all that, but you guys know.
He just said, like, I don't care about your feelings. He said, screw your feelings. Pay me.
So thank you guys so much for watching tonight, and we will see you guys later. Bye bye.
Peace.
Astral Chain gang.
How's Pro Jared doing?